Welcome to another show. This is your boy Chester Searles, where money rules the world, with my co-hosts, my zone, and Black Hands.
Welcome to Happy Face. It's so great to have you all here with us today. We've got a fantastic show lined up, so get ready to enjoy some fun and insightful discussions with our wonderful guests.
So you've been running.
Oh, it's your boy Chester Searles. The money rules the world. What's going on, Black Hands? What you got going?
What's going on? What's going on? Nothing much. Another show ready to get it going. You know what I mean?
Yes,
I was gonna ask you. Do you run analytics on the shows or no?
Oh yeah. But the thing is, I gotta go into the studio to actually check it out. You know what I mean? The studio part of it. You can't just look. You can just look at it. You can see all your stuff, but you can't see where it's coming from unless you go on there.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But it's cool though. You know what I mean?
Hey, a lot of people don't know what all goes into a podcast when you really trying to push it. So, yeah, man, it's kind of wild.
What's going on? Joe, what's going on?
Man,
Welcome to another show.
we still living with just one enemy in the world, man.
Yep.
One enemy, just one enemy.
Man.
Yeah, man. Hope everybody doing good today, man. We're gonna dive into another show. Basically 2025 recap. You know what I mean? There's a lot that happened in 2025. And guess what though? Basically, we can start anywhere. We don't want to just start in January. We want to hear the most compelling things that you heard this year. And
well, I got one for you immediately. One, your reminder button was missing again. Like to remind me, so I can turn it to another channel and it will come to my electronics. Oh, okay, the show finna be on. It wasn't up there.
I just seen mine on my phone.
No, I'm talking about no on the actual YouTube.
Yeah, on YouTube.
Man, it wasn't there for me. For some reason, for yours, it did not have a reminder button where I can hit the reminder and turn to something else until the show come on. I thought it was already about to come on, but that was because I was scrolling through YouTube anyway, and I subscribed to you. So my algorithm is gonna always let me know if you finna make a move, but it didn't give me the option to hit a reminder so I can go do something else till you actually come on instead of staring at the screen.
Okay, cause yeah, man. We like I said, man, this shit is looking way better now, bro. Shit is we taking leaps, man, and hopefully we can get all the reminders out to everybody.
Anthony Joshua, what do you think about that, man? That was rough.
Man, that accident, man. Actually, go ahead and converse about it. And what I'll do is pull up some of this footage.
For sure. Nah, just I seen, I was watching Mr. Daniels earlier, and he was showing the accident, And some tackhead had the nerve to say, why can't all the men look like that? And another guy chimed in and said, 99% of the women that want a guy to look like that can't even get that guy. And I'm thinking the whole time, but y'all ain't you didn't say nothing about the man, and you glad he alive, you know, that he didn't get killed. I mean, he lost 2 of his best friends in this accident over there in Nigeria. If you see the picture of the car, it looked horrible. He shouldn't have made it out of there. So obviously God was with him,
Yeah.
you know, and I hope he really is spiritually connected to know that he got a pass for whatever reason. I'm also going to be controversial and say, did that happen because they say the tire came off the car is how he lost control? And I'm thinking,
was this a takeout job?
yeah, for winning that fight. You got to understand, I'm going to take y'all back in time to the Source magazine when the people told a certain guy, owner of that said magazine, not to talk about Eminem. And he kept doing it every chance he could on every platform. The Source magazine was as big as News Weekly and Time magazine for the hip hop industry. Now you can't find a trace other than me mentioning it, and the people who still alive to even know that there was a Source magazine. So how it translates to the fight, he wins the fight, and a week or so later, this happens. The people that push that gentleman that they're making money with have the power to reach cross continents to send messages.
You damn right.
And all 3 of us on this panel know that.
Yeah, that was the first thing I thought. I was like, is they trying to take him out? It just seemed weird. But I know things can happen. I ain't crazy. Things can happen. Now I heard it was a blowout, but you saying the whole tire came off.
Blowout, the whole tire. I've heard 2 stories. Blowout, tire came off the car.
Yeah, so I don't know, like, because the blowout is the safe one, because that can actually happen, right?
And that can actually happen. Africa's very hot. The ground can be hot.
Right. So it can happen. So that would be the one. That would be the safe route. But if that tire came off, that means whoever who was the last one with the car, or
Who tampered with it?
Who tampered with the car if that actually happened? A tire just ain't gonna come off. It don't just come off. The wheel ain't just gonna come off. Somebody had to tamper with it. Now, the blowout thing, that's logical. It can happen. And but it just seemed weird, but good. Thank God he's all right. Everything good. He lost.
And sorry for his loss.
Brothers. He lost his brothers. Yeah, man. It's hey, life can come. It comes and goes, man.
Yes.
It comes and goes. So you got to be thankful for the time you got, and try to make good of it while you're here, man. Because
make good of it while you're here.
Yeah. So
a lot of people need to end this.
Grimacing in pain, Anthony Joshua is pulled from the wreckage of a crumpled SUV, having narrowly escaped death. In front of a gathered crowd, he's carried from a car with the front end now folded in on itself.
Yes, it was
the
ugly.
Engine crushed and exposed. Joshua was in the back seat, and 4 others were involved in the collision. 2 were injured, 2 were killed. Latifah Odell and Sina Gami died in the crash. Both were close friends. Both were just 36. They were part of Joshua's inner circle and a part of his entourage. In the moments after their deaths, the former heavyweight champion was seen in a police vehicle. It's understood he's been taken to hospital with minor injuries, that he's conscious and has been in touch with his family. Joshua was in Nigeria following his knockout victory over YouTuber turned boxer Jake Paul less than a fortnight ago, who posted online saying he's praying for those who lost their lives and for his former adversary. Joshua posted this on Instagram playing table tennis with Lateef Ayodele just hours before the incident. A crash on a motorway between Lagos and Ibadan around midday, close to where Joshua has deep family roots. Nigeria's president says he's spoken directly with the boxer, who assured him he's receiving the best possible care. The car he was travelling in collided with a stationary truck here in photos taken by the authorities. After his latest victory, what should have been a moment of celebration has instead become one of tragedy. Sabah Chowdhury, ITV News.
Oh, so his friend,
Look at that one.
his friend
Wow.
ended up dying. So,
And in no way am I implicating Jake Paul, but what I am implicating is all those who stood to gain from him continuing doing what he's doing, and that's multicultural. We know the word for the day is what won't people do for money?
yeah, no, that's if you want to know, if you want to find out who's behind anything, follow the money.
Follow the money. Follow the money that will be lost. Follow the money.
And they killed it. So, yeah, I don't know, man. It's it just seems something ain't right. That just seemed weird, but you know, you don't want to speculate. You're just like, damn, what the hell?
I'm just gonna call it for what I see it as we end this year.
It could be something like I'm not ruling out nothing. Hey, I wouldn't rule out nobody because some people lost a lot of money, you know.
Thank you.
So now the problem is we don't know who that person is. It could be anybody in the world, right?
Organization is
right. It could be anybody. It could be anybody in the world. So.
Well, let me throw this out there, and I usually don't like to go into really conspiracies because there's too many of them out there. But let's just say, the boxing powers that be are mad that they didn't get a cut of this money. He's out there boxing on his own.
it was a sanctioned fight.
So
it was a thing. I know. I'm gonna use myself. Let me just use myself.
Who's got money? Who's got money dealing with this guy?
You and I, we're speaking to the people that from the world we from. You from the trailer park, and you really don't have that full knowledge of what's going on in the world and in your country. If I'm one of those people who put this stuff on TV and this guy is my bread and butter pit bull, and now all of a sudden we had a deal that, you know, my pit bull, even though yours was better, but we had a deal that I was gonna rub the oil on him to make your dog not bite, and your dog take mine up, I'm gonna be upset that the money's is lost. And if I'm not upset, somebody that I'm involved with that had money that knew the fix was in, and you fucked that up. You know? After seeing what happened to Charlie Kirk on live TV, all things are off the table. You feel me? You can't tell me nothing. I've seen a ham sandwich indicted. You know what I'm saying? So we have to look at it like that. We've seen a healthcare worker get his head blown off.
Well, no, he was not. Nah, that was heavier than the healthcare work. He was the CEO of a big pharmaceutical company.
Yes.
So that's heavier than just a, you know what I mean, a healthcare worker. You know what I mean? But I get what you're saying. Like, hey, listen, this is what we gotta understand. The people that's in control, they not playing.
They're not playing.
Playing. You don't roll. If you ain't rolling, man, you'll get rolled over, man. And that's what it is.
Or I got one other one for you. It ain't even about if you rolling. If you ain't smart enough to stay the fuck out the way.
Well, this the thing.
If you trying to be in the mix, you know you put a target on yourself to either roll or get rolled over. But you have a third option to stay the heck out the mix.
Well, this the thing. Well, when you're trying to make money, you don't know if this is what you're dealing. You don't always know what you're dealing with, right?
I get it.
So you can be in the mix and be like, and end up being a casualty of circumstance. You know what I'm saying?
So when does your spider sense tell you? We say it all the time for the people in the back and the younger people. All money ain't good money.
Yeah, no, but it could be just like Anthony Joshua in that situation. He ain't do nothing wrong. He was in there fighting, and he can win the fight or he can lose the fight. But when he wins the fight, you don't know who you're pissing off, and you ain't did nothing wrong, but do what you do. So, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It could be like, he ain't do nothing wrong. Y'all want me to fight. I fight. I win. Now you mad. And not only are you mad, but you mad enough to try to do something to me. Now that's crazy. But how do you defend yourself from that? It's hard to defend yourself from something that you don't even know is happening, or you don't know.
The word I think you're looking for is you gonna go into the situation expecting for something to happen to you or a decision that you made. You know what I mean? He's just going in there. He like, man, I'm finna knock this YouTuber out. Is he going in there expecting somebody that might try to do something to him over that?
He's not thinking that. Right. He's not thinking that at all. He thinking like, this is a YouTuber. I'm gotta fight. I'm gonna make this amount of money. This is what I do. I'm gonna knock him out.
And I hate
I'm gonna try.
I hate that the accident happened, but because it was an unfortunate accident. But in today's climate, I like saying the ugly, because we live in a world now where somebody drop a nuke and people have had their phones out, not realizing that you're about to die from radiation poisoning. So you gotta find ways to add the shock value of, hey, there's a possibility, a strong one, that wasn't an accident.
Yeah,
I hope that it was just an accident. Because it's tragic and it happened. You can't take it back. But you hope it was an accident.
Yeah, and you would think, because you don't want to think like that, but you know, like you say, the world we live in, this is how you know things are they keep tightening the screws.
How many more days we got?
They keep tightening the screws. So when people get backed in the corner, they get desperate. So this is why you can't really trust nobody. You don't know what's going on. So you damn near have to be
A hermit.
the good, yeah, the good money that you know is good, you gotta be looking at that sideways. You know
Yes,
what I mean?
sir.
In a way, yeah.
And asking questions. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, why are you giving me this money? How much? Why am I getting this money? Think about this. He got how much money did they was exchanged in that? Did Jake Paul got what? How much he get? 90 million. Both of them got 90 million.
Both of them got 92 million.
Okay, now that's $184 million. Somebody
Yeah,
listen.
but I'm gonna appeal to your business mind. And in the business mind, since a gentleman was good enough to give me the proof that of rigged fights, what's to say that didn't apply then and was supposed to happen? Therefore, off this fight, monies that was already perceived to be made.
Yeah, I saw the first round. When I saw the first round, I knew it was rigged, right? I said it. I think I text Cheddar Bob, like, this shit is fake.
I was laughing the whole time.
But I'm looking and I'm like, so, and the funny thing, somebody put the meme, somebody said on a show, they was like, this looked like Martin when he fought the hitman Thomas Hearn on Martin. Listen, I like to fell out. I was like, but when I was looking at it, I'm like, you ain't lying. It seemed like that's what it was. And that's when I said, man, this is staged, man. It's staged.
It was until he landed a blow on Joshua, and I saw it on Joshua's face, like, wait a minute, that wasn't in the script. And then he said, you know what? I'm gonna go and take this YouTube route because it's not like he needed the money.
Right. Well, he could use listen, I don't care who you are. 92 million. I don't know nobody that couldn't use 92 million.
You and I had this conversation that my response to you was, I can use 2 million, but I don't need it.
Right. No, that's the point. That's the point. Yeah.
Anthony Joshua can use 2 million, but he didn't need it because if the fight was rigged, he said, fuck him. If they pay me, they pay me. If they don't, bink.
Right.
That's what I'm saying about it. And somebody's perceived wealth of what could happen if they had succeeded with the trickery, if that's what the case was. Anthony Joshua, Jake Paul versus everybody. It's 300, 400 million.
Yeah. And then too, I want to say this because I'm going to just say this. Jake Paul has ruined the sport.
The sport was already ruined.
No. Listen to what I'm saying.
Oh, no, I think the sport already ruined, though. I
want to hear you out.
But just check me out, though. Hear what I'm saying. I don't think it was ruined. I think he ruined it from this aspect, right? Because just like the thing about how Terrence Crawford never got his payday, right? But
in boxing, yes.
In the sport, because that's what we're talking about, boxing.
You're right. I rate it differently because I respect Crawford.
Well, I'm just saying, no, but this still boxing. This is why I say he ruined it, because all this money, how much has Jake Paul made so far? He's made over $300 million, man.
Yeah, easy.
Okay. Here it is, the greatest boxer, arguably, in the world, in the history of boxing. He's one of the greatest. He's top 10 for sure, Terrence Crawford.
Yeah, I'm no argument.
Right? So now, he ain't made $300 million in his career. Something is wrong. with that?
Well,
It
okay,
don't sit right with me.
that's why me and Cheddar Bob are saying no. Jake Paul, certainly didn't help it, but guys weren't getting paid what they should have got paid before him. Before he even came on the scene.
Well, no. Because Oscar De La Hoya, when you look at it, Manny Pacquiao, them guys was getting what they deserved.
But wait, look over the time period. I get what you're saying, but over the time period, did Triple G make all that he could have made? No. Now we know Canelo did.
But
Canelo got cashed out.
But listen, but Triple G was never undisputed.
I understand. There's very few fighters that made it to undisputed. We talking about in boxing.
Well, I'm saying no. I'm talking about. Money. But this is what I'm saying. I'm talking about well deserved, like the Floyd Mayweathers. Now Floyd he wasn't undisputed, but he had belts in like 6 different weight classes.
Eventually Mayweather became undisputed at his weight class.
No, I don't think he is ever undisputed. No, he unified the title. He had 2 of the titles, but I don't think Floyd Mayweather was ever undisputed. And I could be wrong, but that's what I think. But we have to look that up.
The point of what we're trying to make is, over time periods, they made money. Only certain boxers made money.
Right,
and way back when they made money because there was too many of them. Now we're in a world where I can go get some bum just like Jake Paul and say he's a good boxer and make him look like a good boxer.
But he ain't. This is my thing. He ain't no damn boxer,
man. What I'm finna tell y'all is this. This was what I'm coming up with in my head right now. I gotta say he's saving boxing. He the savior of boxing because boxing was dying. To me, it was dying. And he's helping out all of these goddamn old boxers that never got paydays. You messing with he's giving people the show they want to see too.
And that's a whole nother question, Cheddar Bob. That's a conversation for a whole. We can take that conversation into 2026. And I understand what you're saying. You're right.
I don't believe. I can't say that because he's not a boxer, really. I'm talking about
that ain't even the case. The case is he is sparking something in boxing. And
he puts on gloves. They rank him.
I gotta be honest about it, man. I don't care what nobody say. He is actually bringing money to these mugs that ain't never had a good shot. They broke now. He's giving people money.
I'm not hating on that at all. But what I'm saying is
bringing boxing as a spectacle now again. To where
and I want to say with Crawford gone, if Jake Paul don't fight no more, we got Usyk and whoever they hype up to fight him because we know Usyk's good.
But this is my thing. My thing is this. I get what you. I hear what you're saying. And it is to a certain degree. But my thing is, what about the real boxers like the Terrence Crawford that his biggest payday was $50 million? Is something wrong with that?
It is. It's something wrong with boxing.
That's all I'm saying. Because if you the champion, you the undisputed in 3 different weight classes or 4, whatever it is, you just moved up and now you're undisputed in a weight class. Your first time fighting at that weight. You 42-0. It's like, come on, man. Like, so, and you ain't never got $50 million until your last fight. Something is wrong with that.
Something is wrong with the sport of boxing, which has nothing to do with the boxers.
Now here come a guy that's never been a professional fighter ever, never held a belt, a title, never none of that. And he's making $300 million off of 8 or 9, 10 fights. Bro, that's crazy. That's crazy.
It is crazy, but it's also business, and them people deemed him more exciting to
All right,
watch.
so
And
okay,
today's
all
people
right.
are gonna watch that guy.
Now this is what we was talking about. Influencers.
But look, he's giving his own production. He got Prime Energy drink, man. That's all over the ring. He's doing his own production.
It's all over the
It's
WWE.
Listen, it's like man, it's weird. I don't even know how to say it. Like, just think if we came up with us a boxing league, then or whatever. It's called the Dirty Knees. You fight on your knees or whatever. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is, look, somebody don't be taking my idea out there, y'all. Talking about the Dirty
I'm
Knees.
good. I'm good. That's all you, brother.
Man, no, that's what I'm saying though. Like what I'm saying is this. That's all gimmick.
He's gimmick, but guess what? It's bringing attention to the sport of what he ain't even good.
And you know, and then let's be real. Let's talk about it on the business sense.
So
you
listen,
know why
you
he can make 300 million a fight? Because this is what today's people want to see is the gimmick.
Okay, that's the point. So these are gimmick, these are influencers and gimmicks. But the real fans,
that word influencer.
The real fans don't want to see that. Really, we don't take part in that. It's something
in their eyes. They know now. Human beings will watch whatever the heck you give them. Go and get your food box. You will have and own nothing, and you will be happy about it. This all ties in. Okay, and the sooner we as people understand that, then you have a chance. But if you can't get over this and can't get over that and oppress this, then you keep feeling that way. Because in 2 days, the world is about to show you. As we've already secretly bombed something in Venezuela. I can continue and carry on. The Somali, where they messed up,
Nigeria.
They got a little too flagrant. And there's plenty of clips of them saying, "Fuck the black man. We got the more than you." Okay? We tolerated the Arabs. They made us live with the Spanish folks that came. And then now y'all is flagrantly saying screw us and the flag that we live here, that y'all saying screw it. Well, we getting this money. And it's sad it took the white guy. This is how bad it is. They probably wouldn't have done shit if Nick Shirley, all copyrights to him, he went in there with another guy with all the paperwork, legitimate at that paperwork, and then the feds raided them 2 days later. Every news outlet is covering it right now because of that. You know what I'm saying? Every news outlet, CNN, News Nation, all of them are covering it, but they weren't covering it until he went in there into every one of their business in Minnesota and proved and showed the fraud with the numbers of how much money the state of Minnesota let them people hustle. And they riding around giving the middle finger to everybody with a job, white, black. Fuck y'all. We ain't got to even do nothing. We riding around the Mercedes Benzes. That is the state of this country. And I already am of good faith to know that we will have the Democratic regime back in 2028. Because no matter what you do, they gonna forget. We forgot the baby food problem and the number of issues that has happened in this country that all of a sudden they gonna forget when it comes to voting time, and they gonna vote them folks back in. And those who have good mind, like I said, I'm out the way of this one. I ain't got a dog in this fight. Okay? And that's what everybody needs to, as we move into the new year, do a recap of your life. Do you want more of the same, or do you want to make it better? Are you going to sell out and think that's the way to get ahead? Because you're not going to get ahead doing what you was doing. Boxing is, they giving you anything. I watch professional wrestling every week. And it then got to the point now where they just put whatever the hell they want to put on the show, and you got no choices. We feel this gonna work. Watch it or don't watch. And that go for old school aficionado, whether you're boxing, football, basketball. That's the way they feel now. You know what I'm saying? You look at some of the most successful mom and pops right now. A lot of them got a rainbow color in their window. And a lot of them mom and pops have basically bent the knee. And they going along with what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
It's just been I don't know, man. I don't know. Is this the year they call it going out of the age of Pisces or something? This is some crazy stuff that we're going into. I don't know if it's the year of the snake we're coming into.
Good question. I couldn't tell you.
I'm serious though, because look at what's going on, and the shit's going on in the next room next to you. Goddamn.
Yes.
That it's coming to a point where it's a lot of stuff going on.
Look,
and the whole year,
we're in the spirit of recap.
Something is going on, man, with this snake, man, coming up, bro. If you hear what I'm saying, the year of the snake is upon us. Look what all they be talking about in the streets. Oh, ratting and snitching and all. What do snakes eat? Rats and all. It's some stuff going on right now. It's something going on with what's going on in the earth right now. Like, we just steadily being bad. We don't want to be good about nothing, bro. You know.
Well, they're about the what do you say? FAFO is the term. A lot of people are about the FAFO. If you not, I just told a buddy of mine, the harshest way I could. I said, if you still thinking wrong or trying to do any type of wrong, then what they got going on is for you. I don't worry about the law because I don't break it. Not at all. I'm not giving them no reason to bother me. You know what I'm saying? Let me go to the grocery store and get my juice, get what I got to get, and get on back home because I'm 52. Ain't got time for all that. Anybody seeking knowledge, I'll tell you where the rainbow is. But if you choose not to look at it, that's on you. Don't come to me and ask for a pastrami sandwich. I got a 12-gauge shotgun.
But here I go. This is what I'm getting at, though. Like, look at the balls people are having to go kill right on, like right away, like boom. Like, and then when I heard you say people go grab their phone nowadays, they rather go viral than save a life and all of this shit. Like, we've gotten to a fucked up point in time where everything is getting violent, but nothing is getting it to people to tell them to stop. Like,
I don't know. I can give you an extreme.
It's almost like if you watch NBC too long and you hear the doom doom doom. It seems like that motherfucker. If you listen to that shit too long or something, you get into a trance. Boom boom boom. You and that motherfucker.
Yeah, go back to sleep.
Something ain't right, man. With because it's programming already. So now what I'm getting at is all of the stuff that we seen in the news, man, that wasn't an accident. Even if this Joshua shit was an accident, there's more, you know what I'm saying? All of the stuff, and Trump getting shot in the ear. These are our times these days, man.
The sign of the times.
This shit is crazy. We got it all on video.
Black, because we live in that world and everything is on video. If I was a criminal, I wouldn't do shit. Everything is recorded.
You better not.
Everything. From the time you stand on your front porch, they see you. Somebody can go pull that up on video. The internet is infinite. Everything we saying right now is forever in the internet. It can be brought back. The internet. Okay? Me and Black Hands at the end of 2024 saw a video, and you'll remember this, Black Hand. A man overseas, an old guy, dumped a bunch of flammable on himself, lit himself on fire, and instead of putting the man out, everybody had their phones out. Remember that?
He probably he got something. He said he'd be right back.
Okay.
But I don't remember that. But I remember something like that. But it's like always the phone come out instantly. Like I said, people rather go viral than help, man. Like, you know, I don't even know if
and through the database, them people know already, because it's gonna come to a point where somebody will be raping a girl on the side of the road and everybody will have their camera out rather than stopping the pedophile.
Yeah,
that's where we're headed in the world. And everybody would rather talk about Nicki Minaj went to a turning point event. Who gives a shit? In real life, real people at the bottom, because I like to say it that way for us people who got it out the mud, we really don't care. But the media will have you thinking that there's people who care if she did. Only people in the hood who care about the police are those that's getting it the wrong way.
Right.
They're the only people that give a damn if the police in the hood. Because I know if I lived in the hood and I see the police all the time and the killing stop, I'm gonna be happy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be happy as get out. And so let's take it to the political level. I'm going to vote for the people that allow me to do effing nothing. In the Black community, we poison our people. We make every excuse. I just saw a video about a black hood in Richmond. Dude was a rapper and he's walking around. It's getting better. Then they show a picture where a 15-year-old girl that just got killed like 4 days before it. And you're going to say it's getting better. Why do we call the money spot somewhere that we making a bunch of money selling drugs, which is illegal? But we call that the money spot. You know, ain't no hate over here.
No.
What?
No.
No. And we have to bring it to that perspective, because anybody that's doing well, whether your mom and dad, you went to college or whatever, that's great for you. But if you ain't lived or been or understand, you ain't got to live in the ghetto or the urban environment or the trailer park to understand what poverty is. Even if you've never been poor. But at the end of the day, you better have an understanding of it. And I'm speaking to the people who are from it, who condone the bull, or are still in it. You understand what I'm saying? Remember what I said about as a race, Black people coming together, it's got to be organic. It can't be forced. And until we stop trying to force it, it'll actually happen. And there are moving parts right now as this new year flips in 2 days. That's going to make that happen anyway. You ain't going to care what color a guy is if he's helping you load up some food for survival, if he's helping you protect your area, because those people over there didn't do what they were supposed to do, that's how real that things are about to get. Fall summer 2026. They just had they're talking about tax on tips. They're talking about tax on tips, and they gave them no tax on tips. But now the other group, yeah, it's crazy. The other group has got them in a minute. There ain't gonna be no tax on tips.
It shouldn't be.
I agree with that. Pay them a livable wage. Whatever the minimum wage for your state is, pay it to them folks. But what's gonna happen is those companies are going to get a robot. You hear me? A robot can bring your plate and your food to the state.
Well, that's the thing. That ain't the reason why they getting robots. They gonna get robots if they was getting people to do it for free. That ain't the point. See what you gotta understand is it's not about money. We tend to believe everything equates to money. Now, money has an influence, but it ain't everything.
Well, it's about control.
Okay, then that's it.
It's about control. Well, I was getting there.
So that's what it is. And so money is secondary, because if it was all about money, it's people that's got so much money they don't know what to do with. But they still trying to do shit and trying to influence and control and do that. Because it ain't about money. It's about control.
And what people have to understand is if I put you in a situation and then hop in like the savior, I got you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put you in a situation to where I control you.
Yeah, that's why.
And if you ain't got no income, you're gonna be willing to do what I need you to do or want you to do.
No, this is the thing. That's why they in Nigeria, bombing Nigeria. That's why they in Venezuela. That's why every war happened that ever happened in the history of mankind.
Agreed. So
this is what it is. It ain't about your resources. The only reason why it's about your resources is because if I control your resources, I control you. That's it. Because if you can control them with the resources, they'll be looking for, well, it ain't the resources. They'll leave that shit alone. They'll be trying to find what controls you. Like now, here in America right now, you're controlled by your rent, your insurance, your light bill, food. So if they can control that, they control you.
Yes.
So this is what it's all about.
And you're a view 100. And I would like our viewers to understand, like, hey, you have to make a decision with what you're going to do with yourself so you don't end up on the wrong side of this thing.
Well, you always gonna be on the wrong side of this. You always gonna be on the wrong side because somebody has to to have the remote control, and somebody got to be the controllee.
Agreed.
So it don't matter what you do. It ain't no amount of money. It ain't no amount of hat clutching, buck dancing, yassa massa. It ain't nothing you can do to get out of this. This is what it is.
I'm glad, and I hope our listeners are understanding that even voting for somebody ain't gonna change this outcome.
Man, voting ain't changed shit. You can't listen. Voting ain't never did nothing for the people that need it. Do you understand? The people that really need help and assistance or support, voting has never done shit for them. And guess what? I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. It never will. It is what it is. You know, I know it hurts. I know that you know, it stings a little bit. But we got to be honest with ourselves. We don't live in a fantasy world. We live in reality, man. This is what it is.
In reality, I just was at the grocery store and I'm smiling because the ground beef pack or the ground chuck was $4.99 a pound and it wasn't $5 because I see it bounce out here between the two. I'm like, well, I ain't gonna get $3.99 a pound, so I gotta at least smile about the $4.99 because it's outrageous. A pack of chicken breast is the big one. Not the little itty bitty is just for you. No, the big one is $2.99 a pound. And when you hear people talking about the prices are down, they want to blame the tariffs. The prices was high before we put them in there. And if you went to school and learned consumer econ, you'll understand what all that about. No longer. A lot of intelligent people are finally getting tired of telling people, read it, do your research of what's really happening as we recap 2025 and all the things from whether it's sports or whatever that have gone on. And I'm sure there's more that we can elaborate on. But I'm in Virginia representing the black man in Virginia. And I'm looking at $2.55 for gas. And I still say that's too high.
Well, the reason why that's cheap as hell.
Nah.
This is the thing about when you look at it. Why is gas so cheap in Virginia? Ain't nothing to do out there.
Man, gas was $2.89, $2.90.
Listen,
when I came to this region, I include Chattanooga because it's still the South. When I came to this region, gas was $2.19. It jumped all the way up to almost $2.90.
What's the gas prices in Miami right now?
That's a Republican state, but I don't know. I'll have to Google it.
I bet you it's more than $2.19.
Cheddar Bob, you have quick access. Can you give us a common gas price? Because they gouging everywhere.
No, we just saying the average gas price in Florida. Just because we don't, or whatever, or in Miami or whatever. Because it could be the average gas price in the whole state will be different. It fluctuates. But in the cities where it's something going on, where it's people moving and shaking and moving and there's all kind of action going on, I guarantee you the gas is higher.
Yeah, because they can gouge.
Right. That's the point. So when you in Virginia, ain't nobody even really visiting Virginia. What is in Virginia that you want to go see?
Well, if you're a white person and into that,
I'm just saying.
If you're into that,
Virginia is not Miami. Virginia is not LA. It's not Orlando, Florida, where people go and it's something to go do and see. That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying it.
I'm speaking on behalf of the people at the bottom. $2.55 as compared to what it was in 2023 and where it was as of January 20th is way less now. But if you ask me, as a person at the bottom, I'm not gonna let them slide. $2.55 is still too high. When it gets to $2.20, $2.19 again, if it's gonna ever get there, I say okay, gas is down.
Well, but this is the thing, gas is down, but you still on the bottom though.
We all gonna be at the bottom,
right? And so why even worry about what they doing? You can't worry about that. That's a
you can worry about it when you spending your money.
Well, you're gonna have to spend it anyway. That's the point.
I get it.
You
With
ain't gonna, you listen, you're not gonna be able to save nothing of significance. The only way you're gonna be able to have some money is either you hit the lotto or you get a motherfucking inheritance. And that motherfucker better be something to speak about. Because
okay.
if not, you're gonna be back on the bottom in a minute. You see what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, unless you are a multi-millionaire, you on the bottom.
Okay, that's all I'm saying. So I
And
said,
more of us are on the bottom than we
oh,
we
and
we.
then people, this is the thing too. People will think because they make a few dollars that they're not on the bottom. Guess what? I'm gonna hit you with this.
You
Guess
know,
what?
you're right about that.
Guess who's on the bottom? Jay-Z. How about that one? Who disagrees?
Man, he on the bottom of the billionaires.
No, I'm talking about he's on the bottom. But that might have went over your head. It might have went over your head. But just think about it, ponder. Because hey, I'm not saying who disagrees.
I disagree because he can buy and do whatever the hell he wants.
Yeah, because that's money. Money, I told you, money ain't everything. He can be.
You're right, money ain't everything, but at the end of the day, we talking about living life and surviving and breathing.
Hey, guess what? He is being controlled too. So what? What that make him?
I get that. I get
he on the
that.
bottom.
If you're coming
So he on the bottom.
If you're going from a I'm trying to think of the word, of an organizational standpoint, there are those who are going to believe that he's being controlled and this, that, and we're talking about living everyday life. Whether you're a Catholic, a Muslim, I don't give a shit about none of that. That man can go buy a boat when he wants to. I got to save my money to get a boat because I'm poor. He ain't poor. No matter if he controlled and he got to do what they do, that's what he chose. You just said it. We got to pay electric bill when it comes. I was mad as hell, but I had to pay my $80 water bill. Mad as fuck. Last month, I think my electric was $305. I was mad as fuck, but I had to pay it.
So did that go over your head? Jay-Z, you think money? You think money makes you keeps you from being on the bottom? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, it depends on how you look at it. Which lens do you look at it from? And this is not for me. This is for our viewers.
This is what I'm saying. People look at it because he got money. He's not on the bottom.
And I totally understand.
Money does not get you off of the bottom.
And wait a minute. Here's one for you. I agree with you under that lens. You are 100% spot on, but everybody can't see it through that lens. So
yeah, because they blinded by money, and they think money is the key and the end all, the be all to being somebody. But guess what? Oprah is a billionaire. She was a billionaire before Jay-Z was. And she she went to Italy and wanted to buy a purse, and they wouldn't even let her black ass in the store.
And we totally understand that.
But guess what? Not everybody, because you would tell that
I understand it. You understand it. But our viewers don't understand the context of which you're doing that. So can you further elaborate to our viewing audience?
Well, it's plain and simple. You know what it is. If she a billionaire, and a billionaire can probably buy that store, right?
Yep.
So why couldn't she go in it then? It don't take a rocket scientist to figure it out.
Well, we got a lot of rocket scientists amongst poor folks, so you're gonna have to elaborate there, Black Hand.
Yeah. It ain't no. Well, I'm gonna just leave it like this. It ain't about no money, because she can buy the store. She got enough money to buy the store.
And that's a message for our viewers going into 2026. Is really what we're doing is just giving you some knowledge of travels and things for our age
And
that
then, and don't
when you
be
think about
crazy, man. Use your mind. Use your mind and don't be crazy when you think it, when your mind is working. Don't let it get above you because things happen to people that you like, man, damn, why did that happen? Well, it's bigger than money. It's bigger than celebrity. I know some places she could get in and don't have to pay nothing just because she's Oprah.
agreed.
But in that
And,
story,
and almost any star should be.
well, I mean,
Say that.
that's normally how it goes. But that ain't everywhere.
Oh, of course.
Because see, sometimes everybody get their wake up call. Sometimes it's in different times or different situations. But at the end of the day, you're gonna get your wake up call. Just wait on it.
So it's safe to say that, and what I strongly stand on is when the year flip, it's a lot of people about to get their wake up call. I mean, they're talking
Yeah.
about another government shutdown. They're talking about this ACH thing, the healthcare subsidies and things for folks. So a lot of people, depending on where you at in your life, don't worry about healthcare.
Hey, people that's worried about the government, they got to be the worst people in the world. You want to know why? Because you have the Joker and his minions running the government. What do you expect the government to be with the Joker running it?
I don't know. So then what do we call the last guy? Sleepy? We just keep sleepy?
No, all of them jokers.
I
All of them jokers.
was about to elaborate like same bird.
All of them. It ain't no different.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah.
And people that don't know that and have faith in the government is crazy as hell. You better just make sure you take care of your business, what you got to do, and try to, hey, I've been telling you for years, stock up, get you a to-go bag, and be ready to move when it's time to fucking move.
That's the best advice you could ever give somebody.
Man.
Stock up, be ready to move at a moment's notice.
Somebody audio is terrible.
Somebody got the space rocket.
I don't know.
I've been backstage for a minute, Chet.
Can you hear me good?
Yeah, I can hear everybody.
At least since you came in, it's smoothed out.
Oh, that was KT with the
Yeah, I'm at work.
Wow. Well, I mean, that was funny. I was reading the
comment.
The comment. I mean, it's funny. It's worth a chuckle. You know, it's funny when experience points aren't handed out enough and participation trophies are given. So everybody's entitled to how they feel, how they think. That's the beauty of the internet, America, today's society, especially the Somalian people. You know, saying they really getting over it. And especially any of them, the Africans, all of them, Habibi and them. So I get it. But IQ and conversations go by experience. And I'll let the world figure that out.
Man, he trolling.
I already know. I totally get it. And you know the sad thing, I was watching Mr. Anton. 99.9% of his trollers look like us. And it breaks my heart. Out of all the states in places that the gentleman reaches, it breaks my heart every time. And like I said, 2026 is going to be a year that a lot of people going to have to figure it out, no matter how you believe, no matter what your financial situation is, no matter what you care about, they're going to make you figure it out. And like Black Hand said, you better stock up, save up, and be ready. Because pastrami sandwiches is going to be hard to come by. And people would do anything to get a pastrami sandwich.
You know what though? I don't want no Argentine beef and shit. I was just thinking about this shit. Like, I'm eating some steak right now, and I'm like, hold on, did this shit come from over there? I'm getting scared.
Here's the thing on that: we used to feed them. They got that same beef from us. Now we're outsourcing as a country and buying from them and selling the beef that we should be buying to other people. Same thing with the gas. By now, almost everything for an American, no matter how you feel, liberal, Republican, independent, by now, they've made so much moolah that for an American born, or when you get your green card, it should be free for you. Because we sold it to everybody. Now they won't even sell half of it to us here in America.
Well, it go back to the story about the person first going to prison, and he get all these ketchups and mustards and shit. He just handing them out. So when he get to thinking like, well, damn, I would like some ketchup on these fries. Hey y'all, let me get one of them ketchups, man. That'll be $10 for one ketchup. It's fucked up, but it's all about supply and demand. So once that demand go up, hey,
look.
It's scarce now.
I'm gonna use, because this is how I got when I was younger, how I got into rock and roll. Like I said, I watched professional wrestling. I wouldn't have never know who Guns N' Roses was until the Steiner brothers came out to them. And they used to come out to a song called Welcome to the Jungle. Now, those of y'all who are multicultural would know what the song is. And the song says, welcome to the jungle. It gets worse here every day. Learn to live like an animal once you know the game. Wow. Whatever you may find is whatever you may need. If you got the money, honey, I've got your disease. Jungle. Welcome to the jungle. That is what we are currently living
gonna lean on me, wasn't it?
Man.
That is what we're living in today's society. So whether you go to Turning Point or and I just want to say the Joker gave a lot of money. Several people then gave a lot of money this year to HBCUs. That's a whole nother conversation as to why. We don't know. I don't know. But either way it goes, I thought that was an honorable mention. At the end of the day, we are living in a world where, you ever seen a battle royal? Can you imagine y'all super boxing fans, if they put all your favorite fighters, the lightweights and the heavyweights, in one big old room and said only one man can win at the same time? That is what we're about to enter into in 2026 when it comes to survival, thoughts, people who can understand, you know what I mean? I've heard the word proven. I use the word proven over unproven. So when I see them on TV putting the microphone in front of people who just started paying their own cell phone bill, I have a problem with that, but I am adult enough to respect that they gotta learn somehow.
Yeah.
So for the audience, no matter if you're 19, 17, 58 to 68, 89, if you learn one thing on the Happy Face podcast, is that you're talking to gentlemen and women who are from the bottom of life, all counted out, who have found a way to make it work in a world where it's a battle royal.
Yeah. Hey, Z Marzone, how you doing today, my brother?
Man, doing fine, doing real well, getting ready for the new year.
Man, I was we were basically, you know, we always we can get deep on the conversation and everything, but you know, I just want to know, I want to scroll your brain and see if what stood out this year in 2025 to you. Not it could be personally, it could be newsworthy. What was the big shabam for you in 2025?
The big shabam for me was hell. I became a father.
Can I get a hand clap?
Congratulations. Are you gonna give us?
Congratulations.
Yeah, that probably is monumental. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I made a lot of transitions, but that's probably the biggest one for me. I appreciate you guys, but other than that, it just was another life of lessons, man. You know, in 2025 was a real beautiful year because you know you go through transitions in life, so you can be able to be mentally prepared for the successes after the struggles. You know what I mean? One thing
Yeah.
people gotta make sure that they don't do though is create their own struggles, because you can't go blaming other people or blaming society or blaming nothing, because your mind can, man, your state of mind is powerful. And if you believe in God, then you should understand that, you know, it ain't nothing on here that can burden you up in this world, especially in these times, you know, unless you allow it. And it all starts about how you think, your mind, and all those type of things. So, you know, making sure we got mental health going into 2026 and we focus on the right things, because you only get so many hours on this motherfucking planet. We gotta make sure we taking advantage of them bitches, man, because it is beautiful waking up and you can smell clear air and everything, sight good. You can take off running if you want to. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
The
You
fact
see,
in 2025 that they confirm that they putting shit in the food, you know, that's a plus. That we now know that, AZ. That's a plus that we get to wake up, and anytime you can breathe some fresh air, like you said, that's a mad plus. Thank you, God, for letting us be here another day.
That was pretty cool though, man. I like that. Because you can't let things get you down. You can't let anything get you off your square. Um, it's just how life is designed. It's designed to keep on going. So here it is, man. Let me just say it, and life just goes on, man. We don't want to be thinking that, you know what I mean? We don't want to think that. I used to think when I was a kid, I used to think, man, when I die, everything ends. Because I couldn't see anything going on if I'm not here. But in all reality, it just keeps on moving, man. And a person to get in your lane, man, or whatever you wasn't doing. You know, look how many things you do. You go to work, you got a woman, you got all of this stuff going on. You got relationships, people that's, you know, that you deal with, traffic. Somebody else gonna be in that spot now.
Bad driving.
This shit get real and real and realer, man, to where your day that you're spending, that you're living and spending the hours on, you don't even think about it really. It's just happening so fast. But I guess the way I heard you say it all is just like, man, you gotta take your time and just be happy about the small things, because nobody is in control of something but you. That's it. You're the only person that's in control. So if and I believe it's all about our minds, and I think it's just our minds. I think that's the whole thing. You know, while us talking, that could have been some telepathic waves. We probably would have green people because our chakras were so aligned that we could turn colors, purple, green, blue, probably could do all of this stuff. So we've been taken away from everything. So we gotta figure out how to use time, because it's a tool, just like money. Time is a tool. It wasn't designed to make us feel like every day that we are under some type of stress. You know, we shouldn't be living under a type of stress in our lives. What my son got to say? Oh no, that's Black Hands. Okay, what he say is and the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them.
That's why the food fucked up. I'm telling you. This is what we telling you. This is what's gonna happen. This is why we got GMO foods. This is why we got Campbell's soup. What was going on with Campbell's soup? What's that?
Genetically modified.
That's it right there.
Wait a minute. It's in everything.
That's read that again. Read it again, Chet.
And the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them.
That's everywhere, all over the world. It ain't just here.
Yep.
We scattered all over the world. But he said, we gonna eat defiled food. That means GMOs. They might be, you going to Chipotle or you going to Panda Express. You don't know what they feeding you, man. You don't know.
You sure don't.
I'm just saying. So
and the sad part is we ain't got no choice because we gotta eat.
Right. That's the point. That's what he telling you. This is what's gonna happen. Now, under these kind of conditions, who can change it? Who can change that? Do you control the food? Who controls your food? We don't own no grocery stores. We don't even got a farm. Think about it.
Well, it's black farmers
Where?
all over this country, man. All over the
Yeah,
U.S.
but what did they do to them? Now you know they got black farmers, but what did they do to them?
The same thing they do to the other ones.
All right then.
Yeah,
So what difference do it make? Do you understand?
No, that's what that was the main point is we can't do nothing about it, and the Bible says pray over your food.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
That's why you
You're
pray.
right.
And
That's why you
I don't care what faith you believe. Once again, what if you're a Methodist, it don't matter. It says pray over your food. You got to ask your higher power, as the other people say, your higher power to bless that food, because they've come out in the open and admitted that everything is poison. So now what you gonna do? I'm just saying,
You know how some people say,
what you gonna do?
some people say, oh, it's in the meat. You need to stop eating meat. Well, the water is poison.
Yes, it is.
The water got all kind of shit in it. So what are you gonna do? We gonna not drink water either? I'm just saying. When you're not in control, this is how you know when you're not free, because you can't even dictate what you're gonna eat. You ain't controlling nothing. You ain't in control of nothing.
We live off given freedoms.
I got a question, and I got a question. How do we do it? How do we?
You must return back to your source. Where is your source of power? What is your source of power? That's a question for the panel.
Now look, now if I could be honest about that question, there's a burning light inside of all of us, a burning light, a fire. So for me to say that, and I know that I'm like the earth. The sun is and I'm not gonna be fake about nothing what I'm saying, but
I was hoping not.
Now listen what I'm finna say though. God is the almighty source.
That's it.
So but God gave us a thing called a sun. Without that sun, we are not here. We won't exist without that ball in the sky, that hot thing. We not doing nothing.
And it's sad that you got to say that, because do you realize it's a lot of people living mundane lives that don't actually realize or even pay attention to the fact that without that glowing ball up there, nothing shakes.
Ain't nothing shaking. You can come up with whatever you want to come up with, but we don't even see it.
Can't be.
I don't even see it. I haven't seen it in the last 4-5 days because the sky been covered. But guess what? I know it's out there.
Well, this is the thing, though. Understand this. I want you to understand this. Is the creation more powerful than the creator?
No.
You can never. But
No.
see, now, I'm glad we back on this. Now, we done went back. We already. Now I'm finna guess why I got to say it, because we said the quarterback and the coach. The coach created this player. What's more important? You just said it.
Well, the coach didn't create the quarterback. His parents created him. The coach created a system. He didn't create the quarterback, but go ahead.
Well, now you're gonna take it literal. So, okay, what I'm finna tell you is this then. The creator, like you just said, is the most important. I'm just saying, not the created. So the one is over the other. One is higher than the other. One outranks the other. Like a pecking order, a system. So coach, QB. Father, son.
Right. And this is the thing.
And the Holy Ghost or the Holy
Spirit. When you say
Trinity,
it's a difference between a coach and a player and God and his creations. It's a difference. But I get where you're going. I see where you're going, but it's still a difference.
Analogy. I'm not trying to be so literal. I'm trying to give a ballpark. And
well, I don't want to get off what the question was, because we was talking about return back to your source of power. What is your source of power?
The power is God. The power is God, period.
Right.
But now,
that's
here
the
it
one.
is. There's a lot of questions that can be asked in the middle of this too. So, you saying the power, where I'm getting the power from is God. So now, once I get to know God, do you know that the evil don't stop around you? It just keep getting worse and worse and worse. It's like, what the hell's going on?
That's why you got to get closer and closer and closer to him, because
I see more and more bull crap moving forward in my life, getting closer to 50. It's just like I'm seeing a lot of things that, and here it go. I'm mad at my old me too. You get what I'm saying? The younger me, to where he was lost, he didn't understand shit, and here it is, a motherfucker 50, and I still gotta navigate through this life still, and still with questions really unanswered, and it feels weird.
No, but this is the thing. You got to go through something to know something. If you ain't never went through nothing, it's no way you can know anything.
I'm gonna say it for the people in the back: proven over unproven.
So, like, and that's true, because if you sat on the bench, just use the analogy of a game. If you a veteran, you've been in the league 10 years, you done started every game of your career, you did average for your career, you average 18 points, 5 and 5. That's a decent career, right? 18, 5 and 5 for your career is decent. But you've been in the games, you've been a starter. But how can a person that's on the bench for 10 years have the experience that you have? Or know that what you know in game things that's going on in game
until they get to play.
Right. They ain't gonna get it until they get in the game and get some experience and get some losses and get some bumps and some bruises and get some setbacks and get some injuries.
And then get up.
That's what make you who you are. So if you ain't never did nothing, it's kind of like, just wait on it. You got to wait on your time, because nobody's going to come out and say, all right, well, I know
adversity makes, sometimes is the best teacher.
No, it builds character.
More from your losses than you do your successes.
That builds character. When you lose, you got to lose before you can win.
Yes.
Whether it was high school, whether it was college, you lost. You got a heartbreak loss. So you came back and you recovered and you came back stronger. That's an experience.
And what I see of the world now is a lot of people don't want to put in that work. I use it all the time. It's a lot of paperwork I fill out. I don't want to fill that paperwork out. I'm tired, stressed out, gas prices high, but I know if I don't fill this paperwork out, it ain't gonna make what I'm trying to do easier. So I gotta fill the paperwork out. In today's world, a lot of people don't want to put the work in. If you a big back and you want this fine guy, you know you can't be a big back. You got to put the work in and lose weight. Problem is they got GHBs or whatever they call it, and they taking a pill or they jabbing themselves or they putting the drops in their cup rather than go to the gym and eat right.
The shortcut. There's no
and
shortcut.
everybody wants to use the shortcut.
Ain't no shortcuts in this life.
Everybody would do it.
No shortcuts in this life, man. You're gonna have to go through it. You're gonna have to fight through whatever your life, whatever God put in front of you, you gotta conquer it. Whatever that is, before you can advance. So now, when you return to your true power and your natural power, do you know you can stand in the sun? Do you know you can move mountains? Do you know when you return? I'm gonna say this again. We talked about Kal-El, right? Kal-El, that's Superman. Now, in the show, in the movies and all that, in the storyline, they said that he got his power from the sun, right?
The red sun. I mean, the actual sun.
Right. But that's in the movie. But go ahead.
Well, on their planet of Krypton, they were regular people.
Well, that's in the show. Well,
they were regular folks. But when he came to Earth and was under the sun, meaning when he came to God, then he began to receive his power.
No, he always had his power. He was trying to mask it. He was draping himself in human form, and he was not trying to expose his power. He wasn't even operating in his power until what happened? When he got mad, when Lois Lane.
Yeah. Even up under the sun, until Lois Lane was in trouble.
Right.
That made him manifest.
He tapped into his power. He returned to who he was from the beginning. Because his alter ego was, what's his name? Kent. Clark Kent. He was masquerading as Clark Kent.
And he never even used it.
Right. He was all clumsy and goofy and, but this is us right now. That's why I'm telling you, this is us. We Clark Kent. Until we return back to our power, we Clark Kent. That's it.
Well put.
Now, the question that I have is, how do we return to our power if we do go to God? How do we do it still? There's so many questions still because
it's called
I see that it could be done, but I don't know if y'all did this before, man, but say a why after everything, man. Why?
Hey, check this out.
Let's get to the end of the.
You said that. You told me this one time, Chet. You said basic instructions before leaving Earth. You remember that?
Yeah.
That's where you go. That's where you got to go. That's where all the information is. That's how you tap into your power. There you got to go back. Basic instructions. He giving you the instructions. He's telling you what to do.
The acronym for Bible is basic instructions before leaving Earth.
He's telling you in that book. He's telling you what you must do and what you must not do. Do you understand?
But so this is what I'm getting at. This how could say we got anybody on earth. Now I've met a couple people that actually said that they just don't believe in a God or a devil, which means that they're an atheist.
FAFO.
And guess what? That's his.
We're going to
That's his
FAFO.
human right. That's his human right. But because he don't believe it, don't make it a lie.
Hey, I was gonna say FAFO.
So you know, you don't have people, because guess what? You had people that saw miracles performed right in front of them, and they still didn't believe. So guess what?
Here we go. How many magician tricks have you seen? And you like, man, hold on, that's pretty good. Hold on now. No, you've been there before. I mean, if you've seen David Blaine or these motherfuckers, man.
Yes, I
Listen, I was in Vegas, right? And there was a guy. This was crazy. Listen, I still think about this every day, like every once in a while. But I seen, listen, no, this was what's crazy though. Listen, this dude was sitting on air. Listen, I have my phone, my old phone. I took a video because I could not believe it, right? And I still can't right now today. Man. Now, this dude was sitting on a invisible chair. That's all I can understand. That's the only way I could understand it. Like I don't know how to explain it. He was sitting down and it wasn't nothing. He wasn't sitting on nothing. I even took a stick and ran that under him. Like,
well, for the people in the back, you know, people don't want to believe in witchcraft and things of that nature.
That's exactly what I'm getting at.
So, if you've been around long enough, like some of us have, you know when it's a parlor trick and when somebody behind the scenes is talking to something they shouldn't be talking to.
Well, no, it's happened. Listen, you can't. There is a such thing as witchcraft. Because guess what? We under a spell right now.
See?
All of us.
Black Hands, did you hear what I said earlier about when people watch NBC and they might hear that boom, 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 it might just get them up.
I didn't hear you, but go ahead, repeat it because I was at work. Go ahead.
Hey, like the NBCs, when you hear that shit and they're giving you the logo, the chime, it might put people in transit.
What about this? Dun, 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 dun.
Listen, we don't understand what it's doing, but
they're made. Those jingles are made for that.
To cast the spell.
The Manchurian candidate.
So yeah, but this is the thing. It can happen. It's happening. We're living proof that can happen. Witchcraft.
That's real.
Well, listen, he's right about that.
Hey, we the greatest actors. Remember, I said this before a few years ago. We the greatest actors in the world. It's just like Clark Kent was acting like Clark Kent. He's not Clark Kent. He's acting like Clark Kent.
Yeah.
You understand?
Really
That's us. We're acting like niggas. That's what we acting like. That's not who we are, right? We act this way. When you see people on the ship, remember they was on that cruise and black folks was acting stupid.
Oh, I was thought you was gonna say the cruise where he threw the hat up. That was the
No,
coldest.
that was legit. No, that wasn't the cruise right there. I'm talking about on the cruise ship when they got the fighting. Yeah, that was a ferry but he was supposed to
I
do
know
that.
which one you talking about. It made front page news.
Right. Now that's black acting like niggas. That's not who we are. But we
That's
can
not
act.
who we are.
We act, man. We act. We act like this. We act like thugs. We act like drug dealers. We act like gangsters. You understand? We acting.
It's an act.
This is not who we are. We different. But when you're under a spell, then you see, you see what I'm yeah. When you in the music too. The music. They study talking about shoot 'em up. Man, I was talking, listen, I talked to a long-time friend, man. We talked for about 3 hours today, man. That's my man. I told you about it earlier, Chet, but me and him was talking, and he said something. He said, you know what, man? We don't, that's our problem. We don't have these kind of conversations. And he wasn't talking about us, me and him, because me and him was close since I'm talking about kindergarten. I'm talking about Kitty Castle. I don't know if y'all ever heard of Kitty Castle. You know what I'm saying? But that was a school, that was a preschool. And on the south side, me and him, we Kitty Castle from there, Pampers, you know. So, but he was saying like, we don't have these kind of conversations, meaningful conversations that build each other up. And he was like, we never had
the machismo so-called attitude of the black man is really, man, I don't want to hear shit from you, nigga.
On TV, they call it kitchen table conversations, but these days, there is not. Well, it is now because we got the digital age and people are talking about something, whether they're talking about anything meaningful. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you know, I don't know, man. I never really too much. I've always been a guy that didn't say a lot, especially around strangers. Like around family, I'll talk, but I'm always the one trying to. I'm a jokester. We come from a family of laughed humor, so we would talk. If I ain't doing that and I ain't got nothing to say, I'm quiet because I don't waste my breath on silly shit, you know. Even when we was acting like drug dealers, you see what I'm saying? Even then, I was like, I don't need to say it, I ain't saying it, you know. Or I don't talk, and I'm still kind of that way. And I try to every time I try to.
And after a while, we gonna have to return to that. Where you know what? Because it even says in the Bible, some of them shit people almost ain't gonna know who all of them is, and they gonna be telling. So
you're right. No, this is not everything. It's 2/3, man. Only 1/3 gonna get it, right? So,
yeah.
So, and that's the hurtful part about the reality of what God is saying to us, because it might be your son, it might be your daughter,
yeah,
it might be your mama. She might not get it, and that's you know, and that's the sad part, because you want your people that you love to understand or to get it, right, and act on it and hold on to it and never let it go, right? But it ain't for everybody, and that's just. And guess what?
I'm gonna throw a scenario so deep out there. Yeah. You see what's happening. You move into the woods. Now, the only one besides your people that know where you at, as everything falling apart, is your son.
Yeah.
And then he know you ain't got that chip, but in his mind, he thinking he helping you, and you don't even know he took it. But now he lead them people to you.
Wow.
It can happen. Like, and this is the thing, man. That's why you go back to your source. Go back to your source. Because that's the only power we have. That's our power. And guess what? It's unlimited. Once you understand that, you like, this is where I'm supposed to be right here. Because he said, he tell you, I got something for you. Hold on.
But yeah, hitting back on the end of this 2025 too. It's just like,
It's all tied in.
oh no, it's all
the
tied in.
events and
I
the
wanted to make
recap.
sure that it's just like we going into a new age, y'all. So I remember when I was younger, they said the information age was the one. And here it is. We done made it to this motherfucker. We here now.
We here. I mean, I'm gonna use the term. I remember when we were young and we thought the elders was crazy and they thought there was no help for us.
Listen, the reason why I'm saying is, here we go. Go ahead, read it, KT.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 27 and verse 5. For in the time of trouble, he shall hide me in his pavilion. In the secret of his tabernacle shall he hide me. He shall set me up upon a rock. What he's telling you, this is what he's saying. All that's going on around you, what you said, Chad, you like, man, all this madness, all this evil is going on around me. This is where our refuge is, right here. This is what he's saying. That's our refuge. That's where our power lies. We don't, without this, we niggas. Understand that? We just niggas.
This is what I'm finna say though too, man, about you see how like when we were coming up, man, like the people that was set in front of us, the examples were not the examples. So listen, what could be confusing in a person. So they see this way of growing up, and a person might look at it and say, "Hold on, man, it don't feel right, right? It don't feel right." But at the same time, this is all I know. So even if you're into, like, I was going to church at the time and stuff, a young person, very influential. And that was a word I wanted to talk about, the word influence. But when you're influential, you see people that are younger than you, that are green. That's what we call, like, don't know nothing.
A greenhorn.
Yeah, he's a greenhorn. He's green. Then you have a person that's learned a little bit, but they're not green. Then you got the experience level, and they look like they know what everything's going on. And that's who you look up to, because you like, that person got the shit that I think I should have at that age or whatever. And you start to gauge that shit when you growing up. So what I'm trying to say is that our society that was put before, our community or family or everything that was put before us,
society too,
society, but we lost ourselves, because when you were green, when you didn't know nothing, it was those were probably the best years, because you didn't know nobody was not fucking with you or not really dealing with you. You couldn't tell.
Right, because you was a kid, so you just didn't know how wicked this world really was.
The sad part
Till you
is
start
now the
seeing
kids
people.
know how wicked this world is, and you can't put the right way in front of a lot of them.
No, because they don't know. They don't. You think they know. They don't know. They think this. They don't think this world is wicked. They think this is normal.
They think this is normal.
So it ain't. So if you don't think nothing is wrong, how can you fix it? If you don't listen, if you don't think what you're doing is wrong, how can you? Why would you stop doing it if you don't think it's wrong?
And especially when they holding up the God of this world money.
Right, that's the point. You don't think you're doing nothing wrong.
Have you seen? I know in Detroit they all over, but Detroit, the young YNs is calling themselves the Klarna boys, and they call it the Klarna glitch. It's the new hot thing where they getting money, but it's gonna come back and bite them because it ain't their money.
Well.
It's a new hot thing. It's all over the internet right now, and they doing it in Georgia. Klarna. It's called Klarna. You got PlayStation, the little thing on your phone where you can buy games from your phone for the PlayStation. You can go through Klarna and get it on credit. But if you get the credit, you can just cash the money out. But you can either use your credit or you can use someone else's credit. Problem with this is the country that it's based out of is Sweden. And guess where the first universal basic income strips are? Sweden. See the connection?
Well,
and a lot of people are doing it. Holding up. What you gonna tell a 14-year-old that's got 10 racks and he waving it? You got to get on that Klarna glitch. Well, anybody with a credit score.
This is what I say. That money ain't got your face on it. Where's your money? Where's your money with your face on it? You holding up somebody else's money. This is why they can take it. You wonder, like, how they take all that money? How did he go broke? Because it ain't his. It ain't his money.
But it's a tool we got to use, regardless of whose money it is.
It's to use it, not abuse it. Because first of all, it ain't yours. This is a rented life. Hey, Mike Epps said something heavy in that little clip, man. It's a clip. I want you to go. Dang, but it's probably too late. But anyway, we'll bring it out next show. But he was saying on I think it was at the Breakfast Club. He said, man, this is a rented life because you really don't own nothing in this life. They could come and take your house. If you don't pay taxes. They came and took a woman's house in South Carolina, and she was they bullied her out of her house. She was paid up her taxes and everything. They still took the house. So everything this is a rented life.
If I give you some game on that though too, we don't utilize all of the loopholes and read the fine prints and
no, we don't.
People have lawyers on our side and financial advisors and all of these things to help us out and navigate to have generational wealth where a trust. We don't know about trust.
We don't talk about those type things.
Yeah, I'm gonna have somebody on that show, man. Hopefully my son can dibble his brain a little bit. I'm gonna have him on the show, man. And I think he's been trying to get me to come basically invest with him and you know, just give him a shot, a look at the shit he talk about. So we probably do one or something on that next week, man. Some finances. We going into a new year, man, and why can't we have something for our kids? What is the path to even get this rolling? Like,
You said it yourself, investments.
I mean, but look at
one of the main things you do. This is what I want to say to you, though. Do this rather than buy some land, right? Land is always better to have than a car or a house, right? But the land, but not only the land, when you pass away, be buried on your land. Don't go to forest lawn. Be buried on your land.
And make a graveyard at your spot, and then that thing will be tax free.
That they can never take it. Now that's what John Wayne did.
And that is true.
I don't know if you noticed, but where your mom moved to in Maricopa, do you know John Wayne owned everything? He owned Maricopa. John Wayne owns Maricopa.
That's in his estate.
His family, because when every movie he did, they were selling acres of land for 10 cents an acre. 10 cents an acre. Understand what I'm telling you? In Maricopa, it was 10 cents an acre when he was doing movies in Hollywood. So he bought all of Maricopa, and guess what? On his ranch, he's buried on his ranch. But guess what? Every acre that he bought, when he got buried on that land, all of that is tax free, and his family gonna own it forever. And they still own it right now. Even the casino was built on that shit. Everything, the Walmart, everything that's out there, your mama house.
They get paid off of it. They had to pay them to put it on that land.
Yes. So that's the key right there. Get you some land. Well, however many acres, if it's 10, 20, whatever it is, get that, and you will always have that. Now, you can put whatever you want on there. You can put the one guy, they got gas station, like I say, Maricopa, John Wayne owned it. The John Wayne Parkway, that was the highway that goes down.
Let's go to my mama house. I gotta take a left off of there to get to her shit.
Yep, 347. Yep, that's John Wayne Parkway. So look,
and all he did was, under the law, bought it because it was cheap. Arizona didn't have nothing in it, and they wanted to invest in their area, and he got it.
Right.
But this is what always happened, though. You got to remember, that's why the word almost gentrification even a word, because once we clear you up out of here, make you tear it all up, and we'll bring in these developers because they are cousins and our uncles and brothers. We'll come and fix this up, buy it for cheap.
Now the thing is, they can do that. We culturally, that's not going to happen. It's very, very rare.
No, this is the thing, though. It can happen. It's just somebody, you know how us as Black people, we are visual creatures by nature, right?
Yes, we are.
You know, you got to show me, man. So instead of doing it, somebody has to do it. And then when somebody see it, then he's like, oh, okay. Now I get it. But it don't matter how we get to that point. It don't matter how we get to that point.
And our Black hands, I use pie as an example. Everybody I told, they show me, you got to show me. If you can't get nothing out of it, and this is the world we live in, no matter what you are, that's a poor people thing. If they can't get nothing out of it right now, they not going to do nothing with it. Me, I'm sitting on about 300, and it may not turn into nothing. But what if it do?
Yeah, this is the thing, because
And I didn't spend $1.
it's gonna be a shift in it's gonna be a currency shift, right?
No, it's here. We talked about on the last show that the world currency is gonna be just one.
Well, that's true, but guess what? The point I'm making is everybody's going away from the dollar, right? So it might not, it's always going to be multiple currencies in the world, but it's going to be one, just like how when they saying it's one currency, one world currency, it's talking about how the dollar is now. The dollar, everything that's being traded, they have to trade in dollars. This is what the dollar, this is why the dollar was the almighty. That's why they call it almighty dollar. That's why they made that song, because even in the foreign trades, they have to trade in dollars. So
and
now
using pi overseas, pi is worth bank.
Right.
I buy a car with it.
Over there.
I can buy a car with it. And dude was at 550 pi, and somebody over there bought his shares for 50 million American dollars.
You see that? You see that? But now,
you tell
but do
a
you
poor
wanna-
person in America, especially black folks, they not gonna do it because they expect instant gratification.
So check this out. That man that gave that guy 50 million American dollars, right? He understands that the dollar is going to shit. So the pie is worth more than the dollar to that man, because he knows something that we don't know. Because ain't no way, I don't care what, I ain't giving no $50 million American dollars right now for pie. But he knows. But I've been on it. So I've been looking around. I know what is
the conversation
potential.
was about us as a people. I related it to poor people because poor people in America, I really don't pay attention. Other than the some things I seen something about they protested in their country because they protest all the wrong things here in America. And when you talk about the currency and where we're headed, black people in America are either the last to get the memo. We don't have these kitchen table conversations with each other unless you live to be our age. And the younger ones think we have low IQ. I'm just going to keep it 100.
Yeah, well, they say everybody think they know more than somebody else. Nobody's really trying to understand what the other man or the other guy is saying or what he knows. And that's the way of life, man. This is the life we live, man.
We also have to point out there are people who are trying to understand all of it as it pertains to how we make it from this witchcraft spell of a hamster wheel that we all are living on.
Yeah, I mean, it's only a few gonna get it, man. It's called this is called the 1/3. So out of 10, only 3 people gonna get it. Out of 1,000, only 300 gonna get it. That's 1/3. 333 out of 1,000. So this is what it is.
I just found out today with them PP loans, they made it where the prosecutions are going to be going on for 10 years. So everybody that ain't been got, just wait around. You're gonna get got. if you didn't do it legitimately or they didn't forgive your loan, the same people who gave it now is arresting people for getting it if you got it under false tenses.
Wow.
Like I said, with the new Klarna scam, it's only poor folks really
Did you
that's
hear about
doing it.
the kernel? I heard that. What's that? Hey, explain that kernel again.
It's called Klarna, and it's cats in Detroit. The young dudes, a group of them call themselves the Klarna Boys, where they is running up the bag, using it. They using it in Atlanta, they using it in Texas. But one thing that's in common is all poor folks. And you gotta have a common name and a good credit score. And if you gotta pay, if you gonna pay it back, the interest rate is so high you'll never pay it back. And them folks gonna want their money. And in the big scope, they setting up universal basic income. Because the creditor is out of Sweden, which happens to be the country that already has basic universal income. That's the connection.
So why is it that we not coming up with our own coin then and trying to push that and raise awareness in that coin and see if we can match something? I don't know. You know how Bitcoin right now, how much is Bitcoin right now? So $61,000?
It's like 80,000.
$80,000. So that's one coin.
No, yeah.
That's a whole coin. So how many coins do they really have total?
They got to go with the.
He'll get back to us later. Okay. But what I'm getting at is, though, how is it that these people can come up with their own coin? So some name.
A lot of, well, I don't know the origin of the coin, but I know in that market, a lot of it is generational wealth, families that pooled their money. You know what I mean?
I thought it was a secret part. That's the main person.
So who is this secret person that's over Bitcoin?
I'm sure we can find out, but it's above my pay grade right now.
No, the thing is, though, what I'm saying is his name is synonymous with something.
Central intelligence.
Central intelligence in Japanese.
Satoshi
Nakamoto.
Satoshi.
Okay.
Satoshi Nakamoto, whatever this motherfucker name is. But
okay.
Say that name again.
That sounds about right.
Satoshi Nakamoto. It's Central Intelligence.
But it stands for Central Intelligence.
Apparently,
so now there's a person that is really linked to linked to something else, man, that we not really understanding. How is they can make a coin that's worth $80,000 for one? And
well,
if you started,
explained to me from our
started in the beginning, how much they cost?
I'll say pennies in a dollar. They got you like
pennies.
If you was about one.
Hey, Black Hands.
Stuff like that now.
Hey, Black Hands.
This is 125.
Black Hands.
AZ? The point of my theory is they made a shoe and made it important to everybody, and the creator of that shoe and the company behind it made billions. So it doesn't surprise me if some billionaire from Japan or China created a coin and they got everybody on it. Investing, trading.
You know what? You might be onto something. You know what? You want to know why?
to follow the money. Who had money to make something be back up to 8? Well, no, hold on. Before we go there, how much was the coin when it first started? So
I don't know the original price of it. I mean, it was like pennies. It wasn't worth
You
really
are
much. Like,
sitting there with one of the most
not
talented
even knew about it.
young people. He can get that for you real quick. But I'm gonna remind you of an old adage, an old Negro spiritual that's really for everybody, and that's it take money to make money.
yeah, but and the reason why I said that shoe thing was a good one because who else had enough money to back this thing, to even get it running, to even be something like on a Jordan level?
Thank you.
That's crazy. And guess what? To get on a Jordan level, guess who you got to almost deal with? Michael Jordan. Black Jesus. But that's a good one, though. I ain't gonna be lying. That's a good one.
I mean, you know, a lot
Even
of
though it
people.
might not be real. But
You
where's this
black
money?
people.
Where is this money coming from, man? That's a lot of money out here.
It take money to make money, and if you got money, somebody that got more money will come let you in.
Bro, who got enough money to go buy $80,000 worth of fucking coin?
Nobody I know
That
that's
ain't a
poor.
dollar. That ain't a
Nobody.
dollar, bro. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. You spent a coin worth $80,000. I don't get it, man.
Hey, it was a cold scheme and it worked. Cause I ain't spending my money on it because I'm poor and I ain't got a chance. I do the pie because that could turn into something.
But
If it don't,
tell
I
me
ain't
this though.
lose.
Is it really taken? It's got to be taken away from America. It's the American people trying to
Man,
demise the dollar.
I know so many people that's faking the funk with it where they spending their money just to say, yeah, I got Bitcoin, I invested. But if it crash, because they gonna get all these little players out the game if you've been following it. I'm just waiting on it to happen. You heard me? I'm waiting on it to happen.
Yeah.
Bitcoin had crashed so bad, I thought it was over a couple months back.
Yeah, but how do it bounce back? It was last time I looked, man. It was at $64,000, bro. My son said it's at $81,000.
Yeah, per coin.
The fuck?
So if you started and invested way back when it was free, like Pi is, you good. But
the
they
thing
what they
is, though,
did when the market
do you
crashed.
cash out?
That's what I was about to say. When the market crashed, a lot of people panicked and cashed out, and that was what they wanted. As soon as that happened, the stock went right back up.
Yeah, because you no longer had control of it. They had control of it. Once they seen what they could do to the market, they like,
Now
well,
we're
shit,
talking.
we know what we can do.
It take money to make money, and I don't know nobody poor that got that kind of money. You know what I'm saying? We know a lot of people that
Listen, with us going into this future, man, we must learn more financial tricks and tips. We must get into stocks. We must get into this shit, man, so we can be on what they on. We not. That's why we don't
now
even
you
know.
understand why I send you a lot of the material I send you so that you can spread it to people who otherwise, whether it's the person's color or whatever, wouldn't watch them, but yet they need to hear the message.
Yeah.
And
Here
a
you go,
lot of our
man.
people are so traditionalized. I'm going to say again, all my life, nobody from another culture told me what I could or couldn't do in this country. Not once. And I used the law to get what I got today. But you know who did tell me I would never have shit? Somebody that looked like me. Them white folks ain't gonna never let you. Huh? Well, then you watch me get it. And it's going to be the same thing as we approach 2020, 30. I don't care what color you is. If you didn't pay attention to what was going on as the country falls, I got a 12-gauge shotgun. If you come try to get my extra balsamic damage, I got some shit see you in the dark.
It's just one day, man. I just want to be able to say, you know, hey, and let me be the person to tell the story about. I don't know how all of this is going to end, or what I'm going to do in the rat race of life. But I can tell you this: I'm gonna give a good effort at it. And you know, I'm to the age of 50. How much money can I save in 15 years?
I tell guys all the time, at a certain age, if I wish I would have done a lot of things different in the 20s and the 30s, but now that I know and I understand it clearly, I'm living right now for how I'm gonna live at 60. Then God let me get to 60, trying to make sure I can get to 70. If God let the
a question that I would have for the panel is, what would you tell your younger self with the knowledge that you have now and what you know? What would you tell that young self of you? What would you tell it?
Save your money.
Now, is that easier said than done, though?
Well, one of the hardest things for people is to save money.
In the times that we live in, is that really easy?
No.
Come on, man. It's not.
But it is by choice, and it can be easy. Save your money. Stop buying unnecessary shit.
No, there you go. Unnecessary.
Live below your means. Live below your means.
Yes.
Live below your means. That's it. And be ready to move when it's time to move. Be like the buffalo.
Be ready to move when it's time to move.
I'm outside, so I'm gonna be back in a minute.
All right.
Okay.
He chimed in to say that, you know, for the people in the back.
AZ Mazo, is there anything that you would tell your younger self? He's not there.
They're gonna say, did he fall asleep?
The thing is that I would tell my younger self is stay focused. Stay focused. Stay fucking focused. And that right there, stay disciplined, stay focused, and don't worry about things that you can't control.
If you can tell your younger self that, boy, you'd be in a whole better position. I think we all would.
Listen, you all would.
We all would. If we don't tell our younger self what we know now, ooh-wee.
That's why I tell Lil Chester, stay focused, stay disciplined, and don't worry about shit you can't fucking change, man.
You
And
ain't got no choice.
but that's the thing that I want him to do. And that's what it's like. This is like Back to the Future, man. It's like you can take your time in this life and you can really unfold the future.
It's a
But you gotta
blessing that you there to tell your son. But for the people who don't have a father or a elder that they can lean on, you still know what's right from wrong, and you got to make a choice for good and stay focused.
stay focused.
If we can put anything on you before the end of 2025, because for me, it was a solid year. A lot of games, a lot of new beginnings, and now I'm looking forward to the year to get on over. Because I'm a person who's let's not dilly dally. Let's get on to the next. This year over.
To be for real though, on some real shit though too. 2025 was a testing year for me as just as a man. Period. Though it's a lot of things that 2025 has gotten me on, but at the same time, I was happy to see every day that I seen. Every day that I seen, it was a blessing because I was able to see something. Uh, Even though there were problems, I was able to solve some things too. So I was able to become a better person in 2025, even though
Yeah.
it might have felt crappy or whatever, but it was something to where I guess some growth actually happened, man. Like 2025
Second
was
that
a test,
emotion.
a growing year,
I second that emotion.
man.
Like,
It's
man,
just
I came out of I could say for the first time in a long time that I came out of a year with some serious growth. Like, hey, this was a challenging year, but I navigated. I bobbed and weaved, and I made deals and moves, and hey, you know what I mean? Let's see what 2026 holds.
listen. Hopefully that everybody out there that's watching and listening and tuning in, we would hope that you would have uh, a great 2025, first of all, and hopefully a 2026 where there can be new things in your life. Learn, and here go, learn something new. Uh, do something new out of your comfort zone. Do things that you thought you would do when you were younger. Tap into the inner child and live your life because nobody has any boundaries on you. Nobody can really tell you that they love you more than yourself. So ain't nobody in your life gonna help you at all. Once you got out in this sun, under this sun, it's time for you. It's the blame game is over with
In
life. It's like
2026, the blame game, no matter how you feel, that culture's fault, her fault, your mama fault. I didn't have a daddy.
all
No,
that took it.
2026 is the year of no excuses.
Listen, there's no excuses. If you say you're gonna do something, stand on that shit and do it. Follow through. You know, it's things out here in this world that make you feel like, damn, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do this, I gotta sit your ass down and figure something out.
with this world, man, because
And it
if not,
might,
it's
and
gonna
for,
gobble you up.
for a lot of people, I don't want to leave and not be around my family. If you losing and your family are there, you might need to move around because, like I said, the year of no excuses is upon us in 2 days, and you can't use
Listen,
that as
family.
an excuse no more.
Listen, all of this. Here it go, man. You could grow up in the house with somebody, man. It be your sibling, your brother, your sister, your mama, your daddy, and you probably won't even be close to them no more. Like, this is some crazy shit that I can say in my head because I went through it. You know what I'm saying? I remember all the times that I used to be at my house and everybody would be over there. And it felt like that was the time. But you could I bet you I can't ask a motherfucker right now for a damn dime.
Well,
If
I
I
don't know
needed
about
it.
the damn dime, but I can tell you,
No,
God blessed me to be in a position where I ain't gotta ask nobody for nothing.
no, that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm getting at, to where I don't ask nobody for nothing, and I don't depend on nobody for a thing. You know, I just that ain't what the life is, man. I can't do it. I don't
It's
do it.
a
I don't
motto
even know
that
what
a lot of people should adopt, and that's I can't help nobody that I want to help if I can't help myself. So I got to go help myself. And if you still there when I come back for you, I got you. And don't sit here and
it.
wait for me to come back. You need to be doing the same thing, trying to help yourself.
Help yourself. And here it go. It's like people are drain you because you're a good person. They'll drain you if you try to even help. And that's the thing. If you help, is it really helping? It's like
Or are you
I remember
enabling?
it is enabling. I remember somebody said this one day, and it kind of fucked me up when I heard somebody else use it on somebody. Somebody said, "Hey man, let me borrow about a couple dollars to Friday." Oh well, what you finna get? Oh man, I need to go just get some of it, man. Well, wait till Friday. It's like,
Yeah,
well,
and wait till Friday.
if you're gonna pay me back Friday, don't pay me back and wait till Friday to get it, motherfucker.
Look, I
It's
understand it.
just that it's fucked up out here where I can't. If I give somebody something, guess what? That's basically I'm saying to myself, I ain't getting it back. So if you think you got over on me, anybody out there think they got over on me, that's what I could afford to lose
Thank
at
you. And
that
I bought
time.
you
That's
for
what I
that.
could afford to lose.
But you won't give me,
Exactly. And
you
if I
won't get it again.
no,
Your credit ain't
and
good.
people play people.
Hey, I just want to say this while
Yeah.
it's still quiet outside. Hey, if I had half of the money that's in that motherfuckers owe me, I'll be all right now.
Yeah.
I made it all right
What?
without the money that anybody owed me. So I ain't tripping, but I agree with you. If I had half the money the motherfuckers owe me, you know?
Listen, I did so much shit, man, for y'all. I don't even know. A person couldn't even really understand what I did for a lot of people, man, where anything that I did, it was really out of the kindness of my heart. It wasn't that a person was getting over on me. A person probably thought that, oh, I'm getting over on this motherfucker. I ain't paying this motherfucker shit. Well, you didn't know that I was doing it because I got love for you, and here it is. I'm thinking to myself, if I help you, you're gonna help me. But Once I've grown to know how people are going to do you, I'm done helping. Shit, I'm done.
No, you bought them. So listen, you remember that scene on the Bronx Tale when Lil C was chasing the dude to owe them $20, and Sonny said, "Leave him alone. What are you doing? Leave him alone. What is that? What do you owe you money?" He's like, "Yeah, he owe me $20." Well, you bought him for $20. Now you ain't got to worry about him no more.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bought him.
Yes.
But do you always want to put people in that position to let them know that I bought you?
No,
man?
you don't. Because you know what they say? You leave those people where they are. Because we call in my circles, we call them parasites. Leave them where they at. Because all they gonna do is parasite. You get around people. If you borrow them $100, you know you're gonna get it back. If you need $100, you know that person will lend it to you. Them the people you be around.
Have you ever done this before, Money, or anybody on the panel? I really want to know this. Have you ever borrowed somebody some money, and the time that you borrowed them some money, they act like it didn't matter? And so you like, well, fuck it. I'm going to charge it to the game, right? So now you go ahead and ask them for some. Be like, hey, man, let me borrow $20. They give you the $20. And next thing you know, they hounding you, talk about some, man, bro, where my $20 at, bro?
Yep,
But you forgot I gave you $100. I gave you $100, and you said, fuck my 100. So I said, fuck it. But now I asked you for 20. And you still owe me, motherfucker. What the fuck you asking me about?
I know people that got borrowed money, and they was smart enough to borrow money back from the motherfucker, and they borrowed their money back. And he was like, remember you owed me $100? I borrowed it back from you. I paid you like you paid me.
What kind of shit is this, man?
I mean, but you gotta be that way in the world. And especially in this country, 2026 is the year of fuck around and find out part 2. Because this world gonna make people tell the truth. It's a lot of people faking the funk about how they living or how they think and how they moving when they should be doing what KT said, Mr. Black Hand, and that is save your money and be ready to move. It's bigger than that, than what's going on right now. Ain't no time for none of that other feelings, emotions. All you can say, I wished I could have done it better when I was younger. But you here now. You got to keep moving. Don't you gonna be lost in more ways than one.
Well, the way that they shot at these white people on TV, that let me know through 2025, I already know the target already on us anyway. But at the same time, with all of them white people getting shot at on TV, man, what? I ain't never seen no shit like this in the history of my life.
With the PPP loans all over the country. Look who they targeting now with the Klarna glitch. It's some white people sprinkled in there. Don't get me wrong, but it's mostly our young kids who don't want a job. Because I'm not hiring. I've been a hiring manager. I'm not hiring you if you walk in there with a tattoo on your face.
Wow.
I'm not hiring you. I'm not hiring you if you walk in here for a certain type of business, talking about you want a job and your hair nappy. It ain't looking like you grooved. I'm not hiring you. Okay? Now, some generations, these new worlds, they'll say, well, you wrong for that. No, it's a standard. Because once we let the standard get out the way and we started giving participation trophies in life, look at what has happened. College shootings have become every day. I've heard a man say, well, we get bad around the holidays. Well, hell, every day the holiday then.
Well, you know what me and Black Hands was talking about before the podcast is that people are probably more apt to not get out there and party on New Year's Eve because of the mass of people doing bullshit. They're out here doing crazy, running through people.
Our age, you shouldn't be out there anyway. But I hope the younger generation realize that, nah, they don't get to do what we did and actually have fun because their world is worse off than it was when we was their age. So if they're smart, they would know, hey, I'm not going to Laquita's house party.
Right.
I ain't trying to be a statistic. And
Laquita.
I'm just being real with it. I'm not going to that after hours because that's not what it is anymore. Why would you go somewhere when you have a 99% chance of not coming back? But we fucked up. Oh, we ain't hood. Oh, I'm going because I'm in the hood. No, you ain't figured it out right now that in order for change, that shit gotta stop.
Yeah. As a people, we gotta think better, do better. You know, I'm not here to change anybody's thoughts. I'm just here to maybe one day, if you're going through something, you might just say, "Man, let me just." I got another route. I got another thing that I can do. You know, I'm not telling you to say that that I can make anybody do anything, but just listen to the shows. Maybe I ain't perfect.
No, sir.
I'm far from perfect.
We got struggles. We go through the everyday life.
I would love to attain to be this perfect human, but that's why I want to talk to people, get dialogue out here. Maybe one day we can come up with the right question. It's you know, you can come up with all of these answers, but one day somebody's going to ask the right question to where it opens up that Pandora's box of thoughts. And that's just what I want us to think of is good thoughts, positive thoughts, and try to make something better. And if it ain't nothing but just like if you could just start with your handwriting better, or talking to somebody better, or learning the art of dialogue.
If you're not a good reader, working on being able to read.
Work on reading. Go do something that's attached to greatness though. So
well okay, because what do you consider attached to greatness when the examples are all these fugazi people?
But that's
who
the thing
uphold the very things that we need to get rid of.
Yes, but the fugazis is the people that are just the watchers. They're not the people that really get out there and do. They're the ones that's always going to have that excuse of this person's keeping me down, XYZ keeping me down. That's not the way.
The time of excuses is over.
It's over. No more excuses. We got to get to a point where we are running together instead of separate. Here you go. And then I wanted to talk about this today, but there's so much going on. But 2025 about to be over. But it is what it is. Podcast. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that out there, but the show is lacklustering. The show that it started with, and now they're talking about nothing but drama. He's calling in the other podcasts, trying to be this
tough guy or a bully because of this money and stuff. But
Well,
I hate to say this,
I've learned
Cam might get killed here in the future of some bullshit, because you know how rappers get into that bullshit, and then next thing you know they dead. So I don't want it to happen.
Is it a real beef, or is it just to get ratings up? Because YouTube,
this is real beef.
YouTube pushes negative content. I'm just gonna be real serious about that.
Negative,
and people flock to the negative content.
Yeah, and just like how sex and negativity sells. So to get your eyes on something, and this is everybody, I don't care who you are. If you see a fight, you're gonna look. You just gonna your eyes can't help but go look at a fight. You just gotta look at this shit, man.
I'm gonna give you some real raw. I would rather watch you 2 times a day on Sunday than Cam and them, who I know. I listen to his music. I want to see somebody that's out the mud like I am, that can give me some information. I don't care if it's the guy that owns his own farm and he telling me how to survive and raise chickens. Because I know a lot of people that know exactly what to do on that. You know what I mean? I'm just throwing an example out there. I don't want to watch Mace, who I used to listen to his music when I was out there in the streets like that. I play enough legendary hip hop in my head than to sit there and watch them on TV talking about other rappers, whether I know them or don't know them. That content is garbage to me. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? And so I'm speaking on behalf of what I see on a lot of different podcasts. The regular folks are gravitating to that. Whether you're doing food hauls to show people how to save money and stretch $20, that is what people going into 2026 are starting to look for when it comes to content creation. That's what they're looking for. Cam and them is falling off for that exact reason. Is people are like, it's too much going on to give a fuck about. Like I said, I don't give a fuck about Nicki Minaj, whether she stay or go. Her ops went with the other side. So if you look at it from a business point, why wouldn't she go with the other side?
Period.
Are you feeling?
Why not?
Whether it's genuine or not. I don't give a damn anyway, because I'm hoping the eggs stay $11 for the 60-pack. You get what I'm saying? In real life situations, I can't tell you how many times I review current event shit, whether it was wives talking about they fucked up from leaving their husband and it's hard out here for them, to men and women who are saying they can't get jobs at 50 because ageism is a thing.
Wow.
That is what is really going on, and people better start understanding so you know what's happening to you at your stage in life.
Yeah.
Whether you're 19, 18, 14, it's already data-driven that most of the younger people get their news from YouTube and TikTok.
Bro, that's the biggest news source out here.
Right now, yes, it is.
I mean, I don't. That's why I was like, you know what, man? Even though I got my own channel here, fuck it. I got my own station. Fuck it, let's go. Man, listen, man. It ain't about. Listen, and matter of fact, y'all, push that like button and subscribe if you ain't already a subscriber. Come on, we gotta push this shit. Subscribe, because I want to be able to just go ahead and do some more shit too. I need about 50 subscribers. Let's go, man. We got
to help people in our area understand you not alone, because you may not watch that, but you need to watch that. So if
Yeah.
you won't, we'll watch it for you and tell you what's going on.
Exactly. See, I'm gonna reach out though to some people on the internet, and I'm gonna ask them to come on the show, man. I got a couple, but I want to be able to be ready for everything before we
That's
move.
all right, Hey, we
But
teach one.
I'm putting shit together though. I'm not just sitting back. I'm always innovating the idea. I'm always trying to do something with the idea.
For sure. I mean, I live in a world out here where I'm the white people I'm around be like, man, the world is what it is, and I don't pay attention to all that. But then they come ask, hey, did you see this on the news? And I break it down for them because out here they're traditionalized. They just go to work, come home. But then when they money get to looking funny because of something the government do, now they come ask me, hey man, did you see that on the news? What's happening with that? And I break it down for them. Because a lot of people in different regions, they getting it how they can get it. And they know something's wrong. They may not understand it. I know I come from a town of 40,000 people. I can see how much groceries for 2 people cost.
Yeah.
Because I pay attention. And I'm telling my young people, older people, you need to start taking accountability of what you are putting out, whether it's spiritually, whether it's naturally, financially. You need to take account and say, hey, so and nobody's having these conversations, so I'm here to have them with you.
Listen, I thank you for coming along on this ride with me, man.
I thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
And every time, time, man,
I'm back.
You've been doing awesome too, man. You've been doing awesome money too.
Man,
and
I
tell you,
it.
I might have a contract ready for you.
Man, I do it for free.
Listen, right now it is for free.
Ain't nothing for free.
Yeah, but we just need your time right now, and
I understand business.
Listen,
I do it for you. For somebody I don't know, then we can talk about numbers. But for somebody that I call a friend, a brother, and family, bruh, I don't care how big you get, I do it for free.
Likewise.
It's time for us to say we love each other, but we look at each other like come-ups. That's gonna die too. I told you,
man, we gotta keep each other afloat and keep up each other right, man. If it ain't even nothing but just a word. A word
we gotta push each other. We gotta push each other up, not hold each other down, right? And it ain't always money. See, a lot of times, this is what I want us to understand and get away from. We got to get away from surrounding everything, our whole existence, around money.
Yeah,
that's gonna be our downfall.
It's already is the downfall.
Well, I'm saying so now that's why we must change our mind about how we think and how we use money. It's a tool. It's a defense. It's not to be hoarded.
It's a survival
tool. It's not to be hoarded. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's supposed to be for if you see your brother needs something, he shouldn't have to ask. That's what money is for. Money is to be used, not loved. We supposed to love our brother.
And I think, and I understand this in my life that, or whatever, it's not bad to have a lot of money either. That's
That ain't what I'm talking about. I ain't saying
exactly.
it's bad to have money. I'm saying
No, I said a lot of
how
money
we
because
have.
guess what? That's the more blessings that you're able to give too.
Yeah, but that's
Now
the
you
point.
don't
That's
go
the
ahead
only
and
reason why you have. That's why you have abundance, so that you can
yeah.
help others.
But
Yes.
see, don't you know helping others to get you more money? It'll keep you. You'll
That's the
never
point.
stop getting.
You know
Exactly.
why? Because guess what? God is blessing you because guess what? Hey, he's saying, you know what? I got some other people that I need you to help. Now I'm putting you a steward over this money because I know you're gonna do the right thing with it. If
And
he know
exactly.
he's
So
not gonna bless you
so
with something that you
hey
know you're not gonna do
hey
right with.
I I heard this today and it was I want to say it was off Steve Harvey, but it was like the money. You don't worry about it. You just
If
don't
you
worry about the
doing
shit.
what's right, the money will come.
No, that's what he was saying. Like the righteousness of the people is where the money is gonna go. Cause God
Right.
already know he know what you done with little. You took care of nothing. You get what I'm
Right. So
saying?
now
You took care of the littlest minuscule thing, and that became I can trust you with greater things.
Yep.
right.
You
So
if we
now
living if anybody living bad, and here it go. If you're living bad, you can turn shit around, man.
I
Period.
give you
You can
funny. I was watching an eviction happen on YouTube, and the whole time I'm looking, I'm like, she complaining about the roaches, but I don't see a raid can nowhere. You know? And I thought about it. I said a lot of people is crying and complaining about the problem, but they ain't doing nothing to fix it. They waiting on somebody else to do. That's not the answer. And they gonna find out in 2 days. In 2 days. We ain't living in the oh well, you know, this is coming and this is coming. No, it's here. All of it, that's why I
Yeah,
say it's too late for a lot of things. You gotta either get it, the young, I don't care if you ain't grow up with a daddy and you did 2 prison stints. If you out here still trying to do the same damn thing that got you locked up, guess what? You get what you got coming. Because in 2 days, fuck around and find out part 2 is about to happen. And there's gonna be no prisoners. Only the ship.
yeah. I
Only
feel
the ship.
I ain't gonna even lie, man. I just feel good for the future about us, you know, the good people that's ready to emerge and be the leaders of the new world that we're coming into. You got to think of there's an 18-year-old or a 20-year-old right now when they're 60 something be the president or 50 something be the president. You know what I mean? And it's like, what kind of core values is this person gonna have? Is this person really a good person? Is this person ready to lead? Is this person know about business? Does he know about this and that? You know, then does he care about people? We all need, it's sad that we really need poor people to feel like we ain't poor. We need a bum. It's a poor person that need a bum to make them feel like they ain't that bad.
so
There's
listen. So check this out. Chet, that's heavy what you said. You know why? Because when you look at it, who's in control and who's running things and who's looking down on who. Now, I'm gonna tell you this. Even you can't listen, you can't look down on somebody in the same predicament as you. Now, this is what I'm gonna say, because a lot of, again,
Uh-oh. You going in and out.
people tend
He having technicals because I know the weather.
think
He having technical difficulties.
Touchdown. Man, he probably sound good. I don't know on the air, but not to me.
Nah, he having technical difficulties.
He'll be back.
who
But you,
do?
there you go.
Y'all going?
There you go. We ain't hear a word you said.
No,
Yeah, you went out.
I said people tend to think that that money is what's gonna make you something, but you got to look at who's on top, who's looking down on who. It's not just like I said earlier. I said Jay-Z is on the bottom. Why did I say that? Do you know why I said that?
Because there's somebody looking down at him.
All right, then. So listen. So can't nobody. So if Jay-Z on the bottom, now who's the richest? It's some African kings over there that's got riches. But guess what? It's somebody looking down on him too. Who could that be? Who could that be though? Who could it be?
God looks down on all.
Nah, we talking about in this wicked world that we own.
There's people got money you'll never see them.
Okay, so I'm saying now equated to what Chet said. Chet said people they need somebody to look down on. Who is that? Who is that person that needs somebody to look down on? Who is it?
The white man.
All right, then. Some motherfuckers be scared to say the truth of what the reality. That's the wicked one.
I think that's just a human trait.
No, it ain't. No, it's not. You can't say that because it's only one. You only know one person that's been looking down on anybody. You don't know nobody else that's been looking down on somebody. So it ain't no human trait.
Well, you don't even talking about the culturally who's been running the show since the ship got here.
Period. Yeah. You don't know nothing else. What else do you know? What else do you know?
I didn't live in Egypt, so I can't say I seen.
I did, so you don't know. I'm talking about I'm speaking from a perspective of where we at right now. That's all that we know. We don't know about Egypt, and even in Egypt, that wasn't us. So guess what?
I'm just saying. I'm using them as an example.
Well, I'm just saying we went back then. I'm talking about right now. Since you 52, how old are you, Money?
52 years old.
Okay, in your 52 years, who's been looking down on you?
Anybody that has been more than me.
Nope, Jay-Z. That's the point. See, nope. It ain't anybody. Because if somebody is looking down on you, if it is somebody that look like you, somebody looking down on him. So who is that?
Okay,
in your 52 years,
the white man has somebody looking down on him.
Who? Who's looking down on him on Earth?
Another white man.
All right, then. So that's the white man. Stop playing. Stop it. No, we're not talking. We're talking about. See, this is the thing. This is what we got to stop doing. We got to start living in reality and speaking truth. What's going on, and stop playing semantics and running around.
Okay, we're not gonna take away from the fact that that's known. What's it gonna take?
Hold on. If it was so known, why it take so long to get an answer?
I'm gonna say again. What you didn't answer my question. What's gonna change? What is gonna change?
Hey, this is. You want to know when?
I said, what is gonna change? What is it gonna change?
When them bombs start flying.
That's the fuck around and find out moment.
That's the point. That's when it's gonna change, and it's already written.
We
When the
know
bombs
that.
start flying, that's when it's gonna change. So now, so we can't play around and act like it ain't happening, or we acting like, oh, this ain't really what it is. This is a bad dream. No, it's not. This is reality. But it's gonna end. See, a lot of people don't believe it's gonna end, but I know it is. And I might not live to see it, right? But that don't mean it ain't gonna happen. Understand that? That don't mean it ain't gonna happen. So, but like I said,
Somebody's gonna live to see the results of what happens.
oh, it's gonna be some people alive for sure.
We you know, a lot of people dropping up out of here daily at 72, 52, 39.
No, hey, guess what? Mike Nash. You remember Mike Nash? Who remember Mike Nash?
I remember the Nash name. Are you talking about from our town?
No, he from he really a East Sider.
Okay, from our town.
Oh yeah, you said our town. Yeah.
From our town.
But he died. He only 51. He was 51, man.
Man, it's happening like that.
And guess what? And it's crazy because he did get shot, right? Just like Zeb. You heard about Zeb, did you?
Zeb. Full-blown cancer.
Yeah, Big Zeb. He died, what, last week?
Last week. Full-blown cancer.
Bro, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, Zeb dead, man.
And that's a product of the fact that culturally, a lot of us don't go to a doctor when something wrong.
But guess what?
Yeah, by the time we do, you got full-blown cancer.
But this the thing, though. This is what I want to say, man. Everything is spiritual, right? So when we pass away, or when these things happen to us, God told us that the wages of sin is what?
Death.
Okay, so now it don't matter. It's 8 million ways to die, right?
Yeah.
A spider can bite you.
2 million.
A tick can bite you, and you get Lyme disease.
Hey, they got them. They got them.
I'm just saying. It's 8 million ways, or 10 million, however many million ways to die, right? Cancer. You can get shot. You can get hit by a car. You can. A truck can fall on you. A tree can fall on you.
And if I can interrupt you for a second, since you said the word tick, I know a lot of people in our viewing audience don't know. They got a tick that can make you allergic to eating meat, and if you eat the meat kill you.
Well, this is the thing. My homeboy died from a tick bite.
Yeah.
So, so I was just saying, like, but was any of those people doing according to God's word? That's what I want to ask.
I mean, I wouldn't know. I don't know. Because you can't say that just because you die, you weren't doing God's word.
Well, no.
Every man got to die, and he got a date for you.
Okay, guess what? This is what I'm going to tell you. Ain't nobody innocent, though. So guess what? So guess what? Hold on. Wait a minute. Back up. Ain't nobody innocent.
I agree.
So they wasn't doing according to God's word, because ain't nobody innocent. You understand? Well, and this is what we don't understand. This is what we don't understand.
People dying daily.
Right. We pass away. Guess what? No matter, me and Cheddar Bob had this discussion, and I explained it to him. Just because you change your life and you stop doing the things that you used to do, you still have to pay for what you've done.
Yeah, and that payment can range from anything.
All right, but guess what?
That God torture them by letting them live.
Exactly. But this is what we do know. After all that, guess what he gonna do? He's still gonna die.
And you still gotta be judged.
Okay, that's the point. So ain't nobody innocent. So now Now, what you need to do is try to start changing your life to where you can right some of those wrongs so that the punishment don't be so severe. How about that?
So I thought as long as you acknowledge that he died for your sins and that you should have everlasting life, don't
Okay.
you not believe
Listen
that?
to this. I know exactly where you're going. Check this out. This is the reality of it.
But it's just a question, and I want to hear you what you thinking about it. Even though you heard what I just said, just think about it for 1 second. If the Bible says it, and I ain't saying that I can't go into all of the details about anything else right now. And I want to say it because that's the way that I know.
Right.
And here it go. I'm not all into the churchy or and not saying that I'm really supposed to be but the thing is though, it's like I'm just not so much of really. Why would I keep talking? Why would I talk about something and I know that deep down in my heart that when I got baptized, I was believing it for real, and but I ain't saying that they was even right. They probably under some crazy stuff, but I know what God know and Jesus know that I know, even if it ain't of Jesus. Now,
No.
I can keep going.
Lord Jesus
But
Christ.
he has been proven that he was real. So,
let me explain to you. First of all, it's two deaths, right? It's a death that every human body, human vessel is going to have to go through, right?
Natural death.
Okay, so now it's a natural death, and there's also a spiritual death. So now, how you get everlasting life is when you repent here on earth, and you renew your mind and start keeping the commandments of the Lord, then you shall be made alive after death. But if you don't, if you say, you know what, I'm not gonna do what God say, you're gonna die twice. Do that make sense to you?
Yeah, it makes sense.
You're gonna die twice. You're gonna die from this vessel that we borrowing right now, because this is his vessel. He just lent it to us. This shell is gonna die one day, but then you're gonna go before God, and then he's gonna judge your spirit. He's gonna judge your spirit, and then that's what's gonna get cast into the lake of fire. Do you understand?
Or invited into the gate.
Well, yeah, that's right. You're gonna be, but guess what? This is the thing too. This is what people don't understand. It's 12 gates, okay? And on those gates, it's 12 names. If you don't know your name, what gate you going in?
I understand that, but that's a whole nother deeper spectrum.
No, it ain't deep at all. It's just like if I say, if the top of your door say, if you go to a door and it say money on top, that's your door.
Yeah, but if I'm a viewer, I don't know.
Well, guess what? If you don't know, you might want to go and find out. You might want to get in the book and read and see where is my name at in this book. Do you understand?
I understand.
And guess what? The name on the top of them gates don't say Muslim. It don't say white. It don't say black. It don't say Christian. It don't say Seventh-day Adventist. It don't say none of that shit. So what gate are you going in? That's the question. That's what you need to find out and start working towards that. Ain't no Christians going into heaven. Understand what I just said. I know that went over your head.
That's very controversial.
Well, listen, where's their gate? Where is the Christian gate?
Audience.
Where is the Christian gate?
So what is the difference between a Christian and a Hebrew Israelite?
Ain't no such thing. First of all, ain't no such thing as a Hebrew Israelite. That's not in the Bible nowhere. You see that?
Yeah, it's Israelites.
All right, then. That's what it is. Right. Ain't no such thing as a Hebrew Israelite. That's like calling you a nigga. That's the same thing as calling you a nigga.
So you're not a Hebrew Israelite then?
No, ain't no such thing as a Hebrew Israelite. You can't find that in the Bible. No.
Well, who came up with that term then?
Guess what? It wasn't black people. How about that?
Why would they call it? Why would they put Hebrew on it?
Because they're trying to confuse you and call you everything that God didn't call you.
So what was the Bible written in before King James translated?
It was written in Greek and Latin.
Yes.
Greek.
But
that's true.
Now listen, Hebrew is a language.
Yes, Hebrew is a language.
It's not a people.
Several different dialects of it.
Right. No, but it's only one. Everything after that is made up. Like religions like Seventh-day Adventist, Baptist, Pentecostal, all that's made up. All that shit, Baptist, whatever religion you, non-denominational, that's made up. You can't find that in the Bible.
They're all started at there's a starting point for all of them.
All right, there. So they made up.
Even the Israelites United in Christ was started in 2003.
I gotta stand on this, man. Listen, man. I get exactly what you're saying, but here it go. Everybody got they God, right, or whatever, right? Like
there's only one God.
Listen what I'm saying. Whatever people were practicing in their region, their thing. Listen what I'm saying before you even say anything. Anybody that has their own, everybody got their own stuff about, but what I'm seeing is I see people dying for what they believe in, and it's kind of that I'm like, whoa. Now,
well, you see Crips and Bloods dying for what they believe in too.
No, you're right, but here it go. I don't see
that's the right analogy.
I don't see nobody out here talking about like saying, "Man, you better believe in this." And boom, like, look, motherfucker,
right.
y'all better figure
it's
this out.
Come a time that's gonna happen, though.
But what I'm getting at is there's so many things that correlate to the same thing, and I'm gonna get the dialogue on it, and I'm gonna have it on the show, man, next time. And it's not for it's just for something that this world that people don't get on December 19th or 20-something. The sun sets, man, on the horizon, man. There's so many stories, man, that I can tell you about this world and stuff, man, that you would think that wasn't real. But then when you look at the evidence, it's real. But then when you look at everything else, you say, dang, that's real too. It's like the Bible real and the other story that's real too. But it's just like it's a crazy world. You know, I ain't gonna say that I don't believe. So I'll be crazy to say that, and I'm being on live, but I do believe. But I just want to
have that debate and just talk
But
sometimes.
there are people who believe all the religions are a version of a gang. Since he used the Bloods and the Crips, there was a starting point. They were created, and they're a gang. The Methodists. Oh, I joined the Methodists. I joined the Bloods.
The Protestants. You see that? Listen. What? Bottom line. This is what I want to tell you. Those things are cults. Gangs. That's a cult.
So what makes your family different?
What makes my family
Y'all
different?
started in 2003.
Listen, we are the
just like the other groups.
No, this is not a religion, money. This is not a religion. I keep telling you that. This is not a we the Israelites.
I said
spoken
that
about
for the audience.
in the Bible. No, listen. We are the Israelites that's spoken of in the Bible. This is not a religion.
Well, I'm Mormon, and I believe that we were the ones in the Bible.
Well, find Mormon in the Bible, though. The Bible speaks about the Israelites, money.
I'm a 7-day Adventist.
Find that in the Bible. I'll give you my whole check if you find.
I understand.
Listen, no. Anything you can think of outside of an Israelite, if you find it in the Bible.
The Israelites are in the Bible.
All right, then. That's us. So it ain't no religion.
It's for the viewer.
Well, I'm telling you, this is what I'm saying. I'm saying we the Israelites. That God is talking to. He's only talking to one nation of people. My people, Israel.
Well, I would love to have somebody from the Judean faith.
No, well, it don't matter. It don't matter. I don't care who you go get.
Conversation.
They cannot. Listen, whoever you go get, money, they ain't gonna be able to tell me I'm lying.
I'm not going to get nobody. I'm saying for the viewers.
For the viewers, yes, wherever they come from.
So if you Israelite is, and then you're saying from the tribe of Judah.
That's the tribe. That's the tribe we all come from.
And there were 12 of them.
Hey, but guess what? Guess what tribe? Your son-in-law. What tribe do he come from? Do you know?
Well, no. Mojave or Movi. I can't remember.
Nope. Well, in the Bible, we talking about what did God call you? See, we're not talking about what man put on you. Man put
what is it?
Issachar.
Oh.
Issachar. So he married Issachar from a man from the tribe of Issachar married a sister from the tribe of Judah.
So can I ask you a question? I got a question, and the reason why I'm going to ask this is this: How is it that? So let me just say this. Say there's a black man right now, right? And he has the black skin of a black man, and but his great granddaddy is white.
Well, he is what is. Well, it goes back to this. All right, then.
But at the end of the day,
he is what his father is, and he is what his father is, and he is what his father is.
So if that man is 50 years old and he dig up his ancestry, and he has a white grandfather, a white great grandfather, and that dude daddy's white, and that dude daddy's white, and all of them, the boys, come down to me. or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You are what your father
cause
is.
that's what's really for real. But here it is. I'm your nephew with the same. You get what you seeing what I'm saying? Though?
You are what your father. You are what your father is. So listen, your mother don't have no
Jurisdiction in this shit.
she don't determine your race.
No,
Your father do.
no.
So now
But
that's
here
why
it go. There was a black man made by my granddaddy got with a black woman, and now my daddy's black.
well, he ain't black. If his daddy was white, he ain't black.
No, his granddaddy. His great.
If his granddaddy,
They're still passed on, no matter what the pigmentation is.
it's your father. It's your father. Just like Drake. Listen, you see Drake's son. All right, so Drake's dad is black, right?
Yeah.
Drake had a baby with a damn near white woman, right?
Yeah.
And his son looked white, don't he?
Yeah.
But he a Judite. That boy is an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. That's why skin folk ain't kinfolk. Just because you look like me. All right, I'm gonna say this. Tracy Ellis Ross. Check this out. Lenny Kravitz.
White daddy.
Okay. Tracy Ellis Ross. Diana Ross' daughter.
Her daddy white.
Okay. Mariah Carey.
Her daddy white.
Right.
No, her daddy is black.
Her daddy's black.
Israelite.
My bad. Here, you right.
See that? But Mariah Carey can pass for white, can't she?
Because she's still a human being.
So it ain't about how they look. It's not about how you look. It's about your bloodline.
That's why from the beginning of earth, God said that you are what your father is.
And then check this out. But this the thing. Out of all the nations that God created, he only chose one. Did you read that in the Bible? Did you ever hear about the chosen people?
Yeah. Of course we've heard of the chosen people.
Okay, who are the chosen people then? Because it ain't everybody.
Well, there are people who will beg to differ.
I'm just saying, well, prove it in the Bible.
They would say the Jews and the Israelites. That's the only ones that could.
Well, check this out. All Israelites are not Jews, but all Jews are Israelites. Understand? The Jews, you know why the Jews is so significant? It's because Jew is short for Judah. The southern kingdom. No, Judah. No, it wasn't. It ain't about no land. This is talking about a people. Israel is a people before it was a land. Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
Okay, so it ain't nobody about know where they live and where they was at. It has nothing to do with that. They descend from Jacob had 12 sons. Judah was the fourth born son of Jacob. Christ, King David, King Solomon, all them, they all came from the tribe of Judah. That's the head tribe. That's the greatest tribe.
If you look that up, you can, for our viewing audience, if you look that up, you can trace that lineage.
Okay, so listen, this is the thing. The Jews was the southern kingdom, which was the three tribes, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. That's the southern kingdom. The northern kingdom, they called them Israel. And they called the southern kingdom the Jews. You understand?
Yeah.
All of them is Israelites. All of them is Israelites, but all the Israelites are not Jews. Do you understand?
Well, Chet, on the next segment, if there's anything out there in the YouTube universe about these things, because if I'm a young man from the projects, I don't know. I don't understand what Judea, just like I don't understand the difference between the Indian person, the tomahawk, or the one over there with the tigers and the 13,000 types of Muslims.
Well,
So,
I don't know what you know. My thing is this: I was born here, you know, and only thing I could do is try to learn everything about what I could learn. So I use the knowledge that I do have to ask the questions that I got. So not saying that, like I said, I'm not saying nobody's right or wrong. And guess what? I can only believe that my skin is a color for a reason, and it's something deeper than just you just this way.
Right.
You know, it's just
That makes
something more different than.
You're more special. You're special.
well, I
It's
think
something.
everybody, the Chinese would say the same thing, that I'm this way.
Hey, but guess
We
what?
got
What
questions.
this is why this is what I always run into, and I always say this. People can say anything. People will speak against what I'm saying. But guess what?
Yeah.
Let's go. Guess what? Say I'm wrong. Say everybody's wrong. But who's the only person right? Who's the only one that's right on everything? Who's
God.
right about everything?
God is right about everything.
All right then. So now,
Man is not.
so now that's what. So listen, this is why I said that for a reason.
That's what I'm trying to say.
When you
That
can
where,
tell.
like, this is what I'm
Go
trying to
ahead.
say. Like about that. I kind of understand about like color doesn't mean anything, and it's just, this is just personal. Not saying that a lot of people don't feel away, but I just don't care about what that person got. I'm just happy that I got this color, and I don't know why I am.
No, you know why?
And
Because you know
no, I'm
it's
just saying,
special.
like it's just what it's
You
just
know it's
it's just
special.
an inside pride to know that.
Well, I didn't get a choice, so I'm proud to be who I am. So you know what I mean. And the next person, God picked what they was gonna be. No matter if you're Puerto Rican, no
Now
matter
check
if
this
you're
out. But guess
Dominican.
what? Puerto Ricans are from the tribe of Ephraim. They
Yeah,
are
but
Israelites.
if I'm a young Mexican kid, I don't even know what Ephraim is, man. I'm trying
Right.
to
That's
figure
why.
out how to make it
Yep.
tomorrow.
Well, that's the point. But guess what? But guess what? That's why Jesus Christ said, go and teach all nations. Because he knew his people was not gonna know who they are. When you read the book of Isaiah, chapter 28 and verse 3, it tells you that Israel, he said, an ox knoweth his owner, and a ass his master's crib, but my people do not know. That's why when you ask a black person, hey man, what's your nationality? Oh, I'm African American. I'm black. I'm a foundational American. I'm Asiatic. I'm a black
What's
man.
a foundational American? I'm 52 and I ain't never heard of that.
Man, you ain't never heard of foundational black Americans?
Nah, I ain't never heard of
Hey,
that one.
that's a new nationality. But guess what? Ain't nothing what I just said. Ain't nothing what I just said is in the Bible though. Everything I just said, you can't find none of that in the Bible. So God told us that we weren't gonna know who we are in the last days. That's why we gotta teach. We gotta teach our people who they are and what we need to be doing so that we can be kept alive in that day.
Well, I'm gonna have to talk to Ted Bob about a channel for that whole expression for those so that they can get an understanding
I
Because
got listen. I send Chet videos all the time. I sent them to you too.
Oh yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
but sometimes people don't want to know. They don't want to know because the
That's
information is there.
why we got to talk about it.
Yeah, yeah, and that's definitely. Have you ever heard of the cliche? That's a story for another day.
Right? Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Yeah,
And
well,
and
well, that's-
and you have to weigh that in because if I'm the I'm trying to pick a net. I'm Jamaican and I'm tuning in from Chicago, Illinois. Is this the direction of the content? Because I
well,
don't know.
hey,
You just told me something new. What do you call them? The nominational black people or something? What name was that you just gave them? I'm like, who is this?
no, that's all over the internet. That's all over the internet. They're foundational Black Americans. FDAs is what they call them.
There's some new niggas.
I mean, yeah, FD, right? No, but they not. No, that's some dumb niggas, cause they don't know that ain't no nationality. That ain't in the Bible.
There's something new you surprised me with.
Man, this is what's going on. But this
I
is why
saw
we
it on
got
the
to
news. They're still trying to figure out what 6-7 mean. I have no clue, nor do I
cares?
care.
Hey, this is the thing though. There's so many distractions about shit that don't mean nothing, but it's keeping you from what you really need to be trying to understand and learn and do. You understand?
I understand. I'm talking about our
But
guests.
no, I ain't talking to you. I'm not talking to y'all because I know y'all know. I'm saying this is for the audience.
That's what I was asking.
It's not about, because we done talked about this numerous times, but this dialogue is not for us.
No, it is for
who's listening.
Everybody of every culture to explore, and we will cover every subject under the sun.
Yeah, because guess what? I can post stuff.
Recap, we didn't talk about the current event of the Diddler.
No, we did
2025. You feel me?
Because that was a big one. That was a big one as far as like
on so many levels.
What do you say? Blockbuster
on so many levels that I did not think when Cat Williams opened up that portion of Pandora's box, it was gonna be like that.
And guess what? It ain't over. He mentioned Diddy, he mentioned Oprah, he mentioned TD Jakes. But guess what? He said it don't matter who you are. It's up for everybody. So he knew whatever. I don't know where he got his information from.
Well, if he up there, you see things.
Well, no, he knew. But yeah, you see things, but that don't mean you know. This man said something, and God damn it, it came to pass. So he knew more. He ain't just see something. He knew something.
Yes.
This the point. He ain't just talking. Yeah, motherfuckers be talking. Yeah, but he said happened.
What he revealed happened. And at the end of the day, when Puppy get out, the man that whatever, I get that. But now I know him, and out of all this, now I know Busta Rhymes gay. Now I know it's all the way out there. They got video and audio of Bad Bunny, who's gonna host the Super Bowl as an artist. I sent that to a guy and he didn't know how to react. I said, he was like, "Why you ain't watching the halftime show?" I'm like, "Bruh, he's the greatest artist in the world right now." I was like, "He a punk."
You know what? Ain't nothing that's been done in the dark gonna stay in the dark. Everything is gonna get revealed.
You know what's really sad though? is we live in a world where people don't understand a lot of what we were talking about earlier, but they're desensitized to that.
And then too, they will not only don't they understand, but they will argue against it and don't have no clue what they're talking about.
People protest all the time and don't know what the heck they protesting about.
But that's do you know what do you call people like that? They
They'll
will
do
argue.
anything.
You don't know nothing about the subject, but you just gonna walk in on somebody's conversation that you don't know nothing about and gonna argue with them. That's something is wrong with you mentally.
Well, there's a lot of mentally disturbed people these days.
Yeah, I mean, it's the truth, and you see it all the time. You see it all the time over minor things and major things. You don't even know what you're talking about, but you arguing with me. Now, I ain't saying that I know everything. I'm just saying I know what I know. When I speak something, I know what I know, and I can prove
almost everything under the sun. Yet they come up with new stuff every day now. They come up with new stuff every day now. Like I said, it was on national news of them going, what does 6'7" really mean? And the man said, well, the young kids say it doesn't really mean anything. They just say it. I was like, that's the world we're living in, people. That right there says it all of the times in the world we're living in.
Listen, we used to do it too. 6 minutes, Nugget Fries. Yeah, we used to do all of that shit.
But that's a song. That's a song.
But that's a song too. But by this dude named
and 6 minutes meant 6 minutes before you go on stage.
I'm sorry. Yeah, we know that.
I remember I heard a kid one year.
Listen, they were saying 6 minutes, Nugget Fries. It was 3 6s. So if you
yeah.
If you want to,
I got it quick. But I'm old enough to translate. The new generation, they got movies, they got symbolism in it, and they're desensitized. It's not nasty for jail or prison culture what Puffy's lifestyle is.
Well, these men haven't really said a lot about the Diddy shit. They with the shit.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
We're not even speaking against this oily motherfucker.
Like the diddler.
The diddler.
I mean, I've seen a lot of people say something about it, but it goes like water off a duck's back.
Well, this is what we're gonna put our closing statements in today. It was a great show, man. I hope everybody had a good time today. Hope you guys keep coming back and watching this. It's just talk. We're just talking. We're having a great time. But who want to go first on the closing statements for the night?
Well, I say once again, in tune of what the show is, 2025 was a year of intestinal fortitude, seizing the moment and understanding where we are in this country and the state of the world, and preparedness for 2026. That is my closing argument. And I can't say it enough of what Black Hand said. Save your money and be ready to move when it's time. I don't think.
Black Hands. Yes. Black Hands. He out of here.
Yeah. Well, then you can your closing argument, sir.
my closing arguments is going to be keep focus. Keep focus. Stay disciplined. A new year is on the horizon. Keep the task at hand, knowing what your job is. Follow through with everything that you're doing. Show kindness and respect, and you should get it back. When you're going through something, don't think that it's a test. Don't think that you're left out. It's a test. So 2026 is coming in with a bang here. It's coming in so fast that I've never seen a year like that go that fast. But stay focused. And I got a couple quotes I want to read today before I get off. Since it's the Happy Face podcast, always got something. You should never regret something that made you smile. Look back and smile on perils past. Remember to smile. Nothing that you wear is more important than your smile. Never regret anything that made you smile. People seldom notice old clothes if you wear a big smile. Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. A smile is happiness you'll find right under your nose. That's a good one. Smile is the key that fits the lock of everybody's heart. Happy Face podcast, man.
Happy holidays and happy New Year.
Yep, happy holy days, I guess I want to say. It's been a year, man. It's been a year, man.
It's been an interesting year.
It's been an interesting year. It's going to be even more interesting 2026. Hopefully, we can just keep coming together and build this empire that I believe in. So we just gonna rock out, man. You know, keep your belief in what you think is right, and try to live right.
Yes, sir.
Can't undo your wrongs at this age, and nothing. You just can't undo anything. All you could do is move forward and move with righteousness. So, with that being said, Happy Face podcast. Happy Face podcast. Yeah, hey, I was gonna do a freestyle money on the end of the show, but I'm gonna have to bring you in one of my sessions. We're gonna have to tear up a couple of beats or something.
Maybe. We're a little too old for that, dog. But
guess what? I'm glad you said that. No, we not. Why? What age do they stop playing rock and roll?
Never. But rock and roll is kind of fading. It's called something else.
But they don't stop when they stop performing.
And rappers mumble these days.
Hey, I know how to mumble,
and it sells.
That's it. That's the shit.
Hey, I don't knock these new kids, man. Look, I don't knock these new kids. But for the world, have a good night.
Have a good night, world. It's almost 2026.
The show. Any day, anytime, partner.
Man, I was on the phone with Berta.
$15.
Man, try cool. Emergency. CBS. West. Oh, yes. What's up?